Okay. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? I want to do Supremacy because I might be streaming for a while. I might not be streaming for a while. Don't know. Starting the stream way earlier than usual. A lot of people are streaming it right now, especially a lot of the big streamers. So I don't know if anyone's gonna even show up to this, but I figured I'd start streaming earlier because today's the day. It is Battlefront 2 Resurgence Day. We are breaking records like nobody's business. So I figured the earlier I hop on, the earlier I start streaming. The more people maybe that'll hop on and play and watch, because today's important. So I don't know how long the stream will be. I also started earlier in anticipation of possibly going longer. Supremacy games go typically pretty long. What should I go? Should I go Age of Republics, Clone Wars, or Age of Rebellion original trilogy? Which one should I do? I honestly don't know. Cooper Goats, Kindred, what's up, guys? How's it going? Kindred, what's going on, man? How have you been? Has been a while. It has definitely been a hot minute. But yeah, we'll see how long the stream goes. It could be Rebellion. I got you. Yeah, we'll see how the stream goes. Part of me also was thinking if I start my stream a little earlier than usual, if the other big streams end around the time that I usually start, you know, if the other streams end and people still want to continue to watch Battlefront, maybe they come to this stream. Who knows? But yeah, how are the game levels? Sorry, not game levels. How are the audio levels? How's my audio level? How's the music? Once we get into a game, let me know how the game audio level is as well. Really? It's taking this long for Supremacy? With how many people are playing right now? That's crazy. There's, like, a lot of people on right now. Like, we're literally breaking records. Audio sounds good? Perfect. Thank you. Age of Republic, I've been pretty good. Just watching Star Wars Mandalorian Season 3. It was kind of, like, perfect. Dude, Season 3, I really like Season 3. I know people have their issues with it because Bo-Katan really stepped up in importance. I'm a huge Bo-Katan fan, so that was a big plus for me instead of negative. I really like Season 3. Really like that show. Really? I guess people don't like the long Supremacy matches? Okay. I'm gonna go see if there's one in the Age of Republic, in the Clone Wars. If not, I'll just go to Galactic Assault. It's not that big of a deal. I just figured, oh, my game crashed. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to, re-download this game today. I totally forgot to try to avoid that crash. That's okay. That's okay. Just get back on in a second. Apologies for this. How's everyone doing today? How have your Saturdays been, Cooper and Kindred? Hopefully they've been well. Normally I enjoy a brunette woman with black brown hair, but I do love Bo-Katan. She's a redhead. Bo-Katan's great. We love Bo-Katan. My queen. Been pretty good. It's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, last I checked... Whoops, I don't want to do co-op. Last I checked, we broke the record... Well, this whole day, the record's been breaking for peak players for Battlefront 2 on Steam. Because the record was like 10,000 back in 2020. Then we hit like 13,000, then 15,000, and last I checked, we're over 17,000. And that's like just on Steam. That doesn't mean everybody on every single platform combined. Battlefront Updates said that he heard that it was 300,000 concurrent players on everything, which is crazy if true. Take that with a grain of salt, but so I might be checking periodically throughout the stream on the Battlefront Reddit to see if there's any updates on that, if we get even higher. It's been a good day. You're waiting to hear back for a new job, so you've been chilling at home for a few days. Best of luck, Cooper. Hopefully you hear back from that job and it's good news. Crisp, yo, what's up, man? How's it doing? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Hopefully your Saturday has been going well. Alright, they're too far for this blaster. I would love to see her, Henry Cavill, and Pedro Pascal in a movie. It would be cool. That'd be very cool to see them together. Big fan of both of them. Oh, this is Supremacy. I'm so used to Galactic Assault. I was waiting for them to come to us for some reason, even though... Yeah. Anyway. Where are we getting shot from? Oh, right here. I have to go to them. This is like this is classic Battlefront, capturing command posts. Classic Battlefront. Don't get in the job. It's just whether or not you're being hired as a manager. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, that's dope. Congrats on the job. You know, I actually meant to die because I wanted to change the appearance anyway. I want to go what 181st, right? Is that the that's green. Let me show there which definitely have the. There we go. That's the one we want. That's what we want right there. Select. Back. Select. Alright, now we're ready to play on Kashyyyk. You can't play on Kashyyyk without in the proper camo. You gotta have the proper attire. Okay, so we just gotta capture Command Post C right now. These games do take notoriously long, Supremacy games. Which could be a good thing. I don't know, I haven't played Supremacy these past 2 days that I've been streaming. I've honestly been purposely avoiding it. Where am I getting shot from? Right there? Because it usually takes so long. But yeah, like I said, since this stream might go on for longer, since I'm streaming earlier in the day than I usually do, I figured let's hop on some Supremacy. See that guy right there, right? Are there bots in Supremacy? Okay, that's definitely a real guy, the one I'm shooting right now. The one I just killed is... The one I just killed was a bot. That's a real guy that I just got. Okay. Interesting. I was looking at chat. I'm excited that Highlander is happening. I love Chad Yun-Fu. I've seen him flirt with sword playing John Wick, but I would love to see him play fully with swords. Alright, yeah, I'm very excited for that as well. I have not seen the original Highlander, so I don't have anything to base it off of. But, I mean, I guess, like you, I'm a big fan of the director. Love Henry Cavill. So, sounds good to me. Boss is right there. Kind of want to avoid him if possible. Oh, Megalo Bro. I just killed him 2 times in a row. Boss just killed me, I think. Can't do anything about that. Let me just also make sure that... Okay, I'm using the right stream setting. Okay. I just also need to check to make sure the quality of the gameplay is good. Seems to be. Yeah, still not as high quality as I would like, but it is definitely better than usual, so that is a plus. Not really going to worry about it right now. This is Battlefront 2 Resurgence Day. We got to play. Read today that David Tennant was lobbying for the role of Mr. Fantastic. While I love what I'm seeing from Pedro Pascal, I would absolutely love David Tennant taking up the role. Honestly, I don't see it. I love David Tennant. Absolutely love David Tennant. I don't really see it, if I'm being honest. I think he'd be good. I think he'd be really good. But, I don't know. I don't see it as much as I do, Pedro Pascal. Or some of the other fan casts that were out there. Plus, David Tennant's Purple Man. With them bringing back Jessica Jones, you know, I don't want them to count out bringing him back as Purple Man, because... Purple Man, Jessica Jones, I think, arguably one of the best performances in anything superhero related. Sometimes it's on Tubi, but I'm not sure if it's on there. Fair enough. There's a TV show. Check out the film because you knew someone told you to watch the film first in the TV show. Understood. You didn't see Pedro when he was first cast. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. To each their own, of course. But no, as soon as he was cast, I knew he's going to be great. It is in a different universe, but then after Secret Wars, they're all just going to be the same universe. You know what I'm saying? And that also is prime... Makes it easy for them to bring back Purple Man post-Secret Wars. You know? Well, I guess, you know, that's more a theory than anything about them being all in the same universe. But I'm assuming after Secret Wars, it's just going to sort of be a thing where... The history of this new timeline is that these Fantastic Four always existed. But I also, and this is something I'm also a little worried about with Pedro, it's just the age. Pedro is what? How old is Pedro? Late 40s, early 50s? In 10 years' time, which is still a long time, don't get me wrong. But in 10 years' time, he's going to be roughly close to 60. David Tennant might be a little older than that in 10 years' time. you know, are you only gonna have Reed around for 10 years? I don't know. That's a genuinely like an I don't know sort of hypothetical. But I think they should have cast. Well, I don't want to say should have because I think he's gonna be great, and it works with the plan. It works with the plan. But part of me is like, should they have cast slightly younger with Reed, like late 30s, early 40s? Yeah, I love Jessica Jones. I'm so happy she's back. That show's so good. I haven't seen season 3. I've only seen seasons 1 and 2, but they were really good, especially season 1. Let's go. Where's the closest one? Let's see. Just adjusting my mic. Where is he? Is he on top of the turbo tank, or is it inside the turbo? It's inside. Oh, we got a general in there. Oh yeah, this is the classic Battlefront experience, capturing command posts. Hell yeah. Nice. All right, we got C. They're taking D. Oh, the tables are turning right now. I joined this game and we had all but one. Now they're gonna have all but one. It's not good. Do I stay in defense C? No, I'm gonna go to B. Sort of greedy with film marathons. I'm watching Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, while waiting for Chapter 1 of DCU on TV. I mean, that's good times. So that's definitely a good experience. Good franchises for sure. Alright. You said the thing! Alright, someone's close. B2 battle droid. I got it. We're good. This is cat. Oh, crap! Damn! Came out of nowhere last second. That blows. Okay, 6,000. Give me my boy. Give me my boy. You're watching the Mission Impossible movie, so I can go see the new one. Nice, nice. I've only seen the one with Cavill, which is what, Fallout. I really like that one. I also watched. Well, I started Mission Impossible 1 back then, and I fell asleep. I might have just been tired. One of my friends is really big into the movies, and he just saw the most recent one. He really liked it. This is A. We fully have A. B we have. All right, we gotta keep pushing forward then. C is pretty close, but C's right in the middle. For Marvel, I'm on the last X-Men cartoon show, then I'm watching Gifted and Legion, then films of X-Men, the MCU, and Spider-Man marathon, because your boy Nick Cage is Spider-Man Prime. Oh yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited for Spider-Noir. A little too far to reach, that's fine. Fallout is the best one. Then I've seen the best one, and I should stop there. No, I'm kidding. I might watch the rest eventually. I don't know. I honestly only watched Fallout because Henry Cavill was in it. But I know Haley Atwell is in some later ones as well. I love her. I hear a lightsaber. Oh! Kinda just stole that final kill. Apology. Oh, jeez. Okay. I should stay here, try to help defend this, but I want to get around. Get over here. Damn, they just took C. Oh, they have them all. Okay, we're almost taking D. I'm gonna go to E. I feel like E's not gonna be super populated or contested. I think that's the right word. Simon Pegg is great. And then Simon Pegg is great in everything. I love Simon Pegg. The B2 coming up. Good stuff, good stuff. Where am I being shot from? What is that giant cannon shooting me? Oh, there's this, MTT. No, it's an ATT. Or AAT. There's an AAT just camping there. Oh, Bosk is here, too. Crap. I don't have enough health, I don't think, to fight Bosk. Shoot, yeah, I should leave. AAT and Bosk is not gonna work. Watch Brad Bird's Mission Impossible film. That film is an ad for directing Uncharted. Now I enjoy the director of Uncharted. Sony scared of AV Red. I actually do kind of want to watch that one because I do love Brad Bird. Incredibles is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I do kind of want to watch just like everything in his filmography. Ah, crap. It's the only one on that point. Unfortunate. I think Brad Bird's Smart movie is underrated. I have heard that. I had not seen it. I wanted to see it back when it came out in theaters, but I just didn't end up going. My parents didn't end up taking me. And I just haven't gotten around to it. But I have heard it's very underrated. Sucks because I don't think he's been a live-action movie since. I don't think he has. Has he made a movie? I mean, I know he did Incredibles 2. What has he done since Incredibles 2? He was actually my top pick for Fantastic Four. Kind of in an obvious way, you know. But I think Matt Shaggy's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be fantastic. Like they chose the right pick, but back when we didn't know who the director was, Brad Bird was my top choice. That AAT, yep, it's still there. Working on Incredibles 3. That's it though, since 2018? I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible. Only 40 for that. Get that AAT out of there, and then we can actually capture E. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think that was just the Anakin's lightsaber that scared me. Zachary, what's up, bro? Welcome back. How's it going? Incredibles 2 was his last movie he directed. Wow. That's crazy. That is a long time. 'Cause that's probably, you know, Incredibles 3 is probably what, 2028? Maybe? It's gonna be 10 years between movies? That's crazy. Jumbo finally got mods to work after 3 years. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Isn't it such a different experience, but like such an elevated experience? I remember the first time I got mods to work and used mods, you know, after years of playing on console, and then finally getting it on PC because it was free on Epic Games. I remember my first experience, I was just blown away by just how cool it was. Doesn't have a release date. Yeah, so it's probably at earliest like 28. Is this being contested? Oh no, we're just okay. Already have 10 mods. No, that's fair. That's totally fair. As you should. They're great. Yeah, the modding community for Battlefront is so talented. I said it yesterday, but it's worth saying again, especially today, we're breaking all the records. If Battlefront 3 does get made, and if it is because of this weekend, then not enough credit can be given to the modding community in Battlefront 2. The modding community has pretty much single-handedly kept this game alive. If it wasn't for the mods, I firmly believe that this game would not be as big as it is. Backcast and best food. No worries, no worries. Also, guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps get this stream out to more people. Sick of the hate for Toy Story 5. I'm mixed on it. I'm not, you know me, I'm not gonna, like, outwardly hate on a movie, right? Like, you know, at the end of the day, no one's forcing you to see it, right? I do understand, though, that people are upset that the Toy Story franchise seems to be getting milked quite a bit. This is a hot take. Toy Story 4 is my favorite Toy Story movie. Just the ending and the whole story with Woody and everything just really resonated with me more than any of the other ones. I know that's a big hot take. I don't know. No, you can't do damage to that. But I also understand that, like, in reality, Toy Story 4 probably shouldn't have gotten made. Like, the Toy Story trilogy is one of the best trilogies ever, and there really wasn't a point to make Toy Story 4. And I feel like there's even less of a point to make Toy Story 5, you know what I'm saying? I'm still probably going to see it, right? Because it's Toy Story. And it's still probably going to be good, because, again, it's Toy Story. But, you know, obviously, yes, people are definitely taking it too far. But I can understand being frustrated. But on a Michael Jackson marathon, I love his music. I have a crush on Jackson and his sister. That's good. His music's really good. Your second favorite? Fair enough. What's your favorite? I'm curious if your second favorite is... If your favorite is the same as my second favorite, which is my favorite until Toy Story 4 came out. Love Forky, you haven't seen the film, we've seen out of context clips. Yeah, he's great in the movie. He's hilarious. Stream in the stream, can you do my showcase or not? I can, after this game, I can just show you the ones that I have. So Andrew Stanton directing, I think it's going to be special. Favorite Toy Story 2. That is my second favorite. Yep. I love Toy Story 2. I have ever since I was little. Play PC Battlefront 2 amazing. I do play PC Battlefront. I have it through Epic Games, so I'm technically not contributing to the Steam player count, but that's only just, that metric's really only for us, so we know that there's a lot of players on. Doesn't matter what you have Battlefront on, just play today. Whether it's through Steam, through Epic Games, purely through EA on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, doesn't matter what you have it on, just play. Because even though we can't see those numbers, they can. You know, they can see how many people are playing in combination with every single platform, right? So it's still worth it to hop on and play today, even if you aren't on Steam. And also welcome, Spooks. Nice to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully your Saturday's going well. Let's Toy Story with the evil pink bear. That is Toy Story 3. Also very good. Bummed that Netflix didn't do much Power Rangers. I fully agree with you. That was a huge bummer to hear that it got canceled. Didn't like Toy Story 3 as a kid. It's grown on me slightly, but it's so low tier Pixar for you. I haven't seen it since... Honestly, I might not have seen it since, like, the first time in theaters. At least if I did, I can't remember. So it's been quite a long time. Oh, Grievous. Damn. Alright.
Guessing this isn't one of those situations.
I have to remember you have stamina in this game. Grievous is down. That's good. You want to shoot at me? Come on. Come on. Alright. Yeah. You can't shoot me without being punished. I will say Tubi has all the older Power Rangers. When I'm done with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll watch Power Rangers. Those suits are so damn cool. They really are. Can't see through the smoke. He's dead. Just don't get hate for the Cars 2. It's so good. I haven't seen Cars 2 since theaters also. Oh, I probably watched it a couple times, but, you know, I haven't seen it in a long time. Not that I could fully remember the movie, but I really liked Cars 2 when it came out. I really liked it growing up. I have not seen Cars 3.
Try again, laser brain.
There's a enemy hero somewhere. If I have Power Rangers color, I have a oh, that was not meant to happen. My favorite Power Rangers SPD. I don't remember individual Power Rangers to remember a color. I think I liked blue the best in SPD, but my favorite Power Ranger color changes based on the show.
Ship's going down. Evacuate.
I think it was the second movie I saw in theaters. Oh, wow.
Hope we bought the crew enough time to get away.
Well, that Supremacy game at least didn't last 3 hours for me. I don't know how long it lasts for everyone else. Okay, I want to see if I can get a Supremacy game in the original trilogy era. And if not, I'll just go to Walker or Galactic Assault. Let's say Walker Assault. That's from the first one, right? Notice 2 plus a lot of crushes on different Power Rangers. Yeah, you know, fair enough. This jazz is hitting right now. I won't touch the resistance. Look, I'm not a sequel trilogy hater, right? I'm not a sequel trilogy hater by any means. That being said, they are the worst maps in the game, in my opinion. And this game forces you on those maps, I find. Almost every time you first log into Galactic Assault, they like force you on Takodana or Crate. So yeah, I just try to avoid it at all costs in this game. Not because I'm a sequel trilogy hater per se, but just because I don't like the maps. Here we go! Here we go! Alright. Give me my Quarren, baby. Not gonna lie, people hate sequels, but Force Awakens had so much potential with Finn. I don't disagree with that. Finn's character arc was butchered. I'm not afraid of saying. Well, I'm not afraid to give an opinion, but like, you know, I think most people can agree with that.
On the battle station, but our position here is tenuous. The Imperials will throw everything they have at us, and our best defense lies in attacking. May the Force be with us.
Apologies, just sending quick text. Sequel trilogy's favorite of all the three. I respect your opinion. I'm glad you liked it much. Ooh. Yeah, it just sucks. John Boyega did not deserve that. Such a cool dude he seems. Great actor. Huge Star Wars fan. The thing about sequels is Poe and Finn. Didn't like Kylo, however. I only like Kylo in Last Jedi. I think Last Jedi is fantastic. I think Kylo, the storyline in Last Jedi with Kylo, Rey, and Luke is like some of the best Star Wars ever. But then it's kind of, the movie's brought down a little bit by everything with Finn and Rose. Love Kylo in Last Jedi. Force Awakens, eh. And then Rise of Skywalker, like, he's got nothing to do. Adam Driver's great. I stand by this. Adam Driver gives the best performance in Rise of Skywalker without saying a word. After after he's back as Ben Solo and Rise of Skywalker, he does not have a single line of dialogue, by the way. And even then, he's like the best performance in the movie. Now, Adam Driver was not the issue with Kylo at all. With Star Wars, I'm hoping we get more lightsabers on film and TV. I agree. My favorite part of Star Wars is always the lightsabers, Jedi, and Sith stuff. Can't get enough of it. Midas, my brother in Battlefront, Dingus, Bringus. What's the likelihood you think Battlefront 3 could happen? It's definitely likely. Well, first, welcome to the stream, Midas. Nice to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully your Saturday and your weekend has been going well. The likelihood is definitely increased after this weekend. If you would have asked me yesterday, like in yesterday's stream, if I thought it was likely, I still would have said no. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm trying not to get my hopes up as long as you're with your hopes up. I also don't really know anything about, like, the gaming business industry, right? So I don't know player counts and whatnot and how that impacts games getting greenlit and profit and all that jazz, right? So I'm kind of talking out of my butt right now. But, the fact that we're, like, breaking records for player count for this game 8 years later when there's been no updates for 5 years, I mean, they can't... I guess they totally could. Can't's not the right word. But for lack of a better term, like, they can't ignore that, right? Crap. You know, I feel like they can't ignore that. I feel like that's gotta make something happen. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the very, very important thing to keep in mind, regardless. If this weekend makes it so that they decide, they being either EA or Disney, like whoever would be the final say, if this weekend makes them decide to make a Battlefront 3, we're probably not going to know about it for years, right? Because they're not going to continue, they're not just going to announce the game right away and then have them, for some unforeseen circumstance, out of everyone's control, like, sometimes stuff just happens. But they're not going to announce the game, then have to cancel it, right? It behooves them more to start working on the game, say nothing until it's like, oh yeah, this thing is definitely being released, right? And the game is not going to take a year to come out. I saw someone post a video the other day saying, Battlefront 3 must come out in 2026. That's just not realistic. And if it comes out in 2026, it's going to be a terrible game. Like, it's not going to be polished. It's going to be so bad because it's going to be rushed. No, you want them to take their time. You want them to make it good. So it's going to be at least like 3 years. 3 or 4 years until Battlefront 3 releases at the earliest, right? I meant to press R. So you got to keep that in mind. But it's definitely likelier than it was like 3 days ago. And I think that's a good thing. And I was saying yesterday as well, even if this weekend doesn't amount to anything, we have nothing to lose. Like, we're not losing anything. All we're gaining is a great experience playing Battlefront, and we only have more to gain from that. Palpatine returning, really hated that. That part, I think, has the most logic out of the entire movie. In Legends, Palpatine always came back. He came back after Return of the Jedi in Legends as well. And it was the same way, through cloning. That was not the issue. I think it actually makes a lot of sense for Palpatine to come back and be the overarching villain of the saga. However, them shoehorning him in last movie with barely an explanation, that's the issue. The issue isn't him showing up as it is. That makes a lot of sense. And that's how it always was. It's more so the execution of him coming back. What if they could just continue Battlefront 2 live service? Okay, I've seen people bring that up as well. And that has a lot of issues with it too. So the big issue with that is there's an actual term for this that I don't know, that I'm forgetting, but it's pretty much that the code for Battlefront 2 is wicked old. Right? This game was made for PS4, Xbox One. Right? It wasn't even made optimized for PS5 because that just wasn't out at the time. So the code is just not there. And by the time Battlefront 3 comes out, it's going to be either the same year or within a year of PS6 next gen releasing. So they're going to want to release it optimized for next gen, most likely, as they should. That makes the most sense. Not saying that they're going to make it unplayable on PS5 or Xbox Series X. That's probably not going to be the case. but it's just the source code is so old. It is so old. And also, let's keep in mind, too, it's still a business. And as much as people villainize business decisions, you can't not think of decisions where they're greenlighting movies or shows, making games. You can't villainize them making some business decisions, right? Making a Battlefront 3 also is just better financially, so people buy another game. That's not a villainous thing. That's not an evil thing to do. That's just called business, and that's not always an evil. It's not always with evil intent, right? That just makes the most sense. And also, I would argue we want to play another game, or we want to pay for another game, right? Because then that means there's more money and revenue they can put into post-launch content. One of the biggest issues with Battlefront 2 was that there was no money to go into post-launch content. That's why the game died, because they had no post-launch monetization, right? So we want them to make money so we can have better and longer post-launch content. So, but the main reason is the source code issue. The source code is so old, so outdated. We want updated source code that can run optimized on PS5, but more so optimized for the next gen. Furious is a stretch. What do you mean? Stretch is in it's gonna release sooner, or stretch in terms that it's gonna release earlier? Give me a second. I just need to send a text real quick.
Luke Skywalker has joined the battle.
Oh no, I died. Sorry, I had to send a text. Okay, I'm back. Different team also, but that's less of an issue, because game code is pretty much universal, as far as I'm aware. You know, especially if it's EA and DICE doing it, and that would be continuing doing it. That's not the biggest issue. Also, it also sounds like the developers for Battlefront 2, 1 and 2, or 2015, 2017, want to come back to work on Battlefront 3. So there's a decent chance that if and when a Battlefront 3 is made, it would end up being the same team. But also, you know, they can't just leave whatever job they're doing, if that's the case, too. You know, they have to finish whatever work they're doing, and then work on Battlefront 3. So that's another reason why it would still take, like, 3 or 4 years. PS6 is very close to it. It is, exactly, yeah. And Battlefront 3 launching on PS6, I think is incredibly smart and ideal. You know, we want Battlefront 3 to be the best game possible, right? So why not wait for it to have the most optimized software that's releasing in a couple years? There's gonna be another Cal Kestis game, though. There is. Jedi Survivor, or Jedi 3 is in the works, and I'm very excited for that. Love Fallen Order and Survivor. I'd love to see a super lengthy film series, 7 films from Orange Trigger in the PS4 game Last Jedi. I forgot his name. Yeah, it's Cal Kestis. I don't think that many films. I do want him to show up in live action, though. He is definitely one of my favorite new characters. And I think just one of my favorite Star Wars characters, period, honestly. Damn. Playing Fallen Order right now? Nice. As you should, dude. As you should. That game's great. Alright, we got someone coming in on the left as well. Got a mod that makes 5s into the ARC Trooper. ARC Trooper and 5s, and you also got a Cody and Rex and Bespin Luke and Plo Koon mod. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I have Rex for Lando and Cody for Finn. I replaced Luke with Cal Kestis because I like Cal Kestis more as a character. I was never a huge Luke fan. I only really like Luke in Return of the Jedi. Hot take, I understand. Use Luke because he's nostalgic to you. Hey, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm not trying to like discredit or talk down to you for using Luke. Like, by all means, use Luke. He is one of the most iconic characters in history. Like, he is one of a lot of people's favorite characters. I've just never been too fond of Luke. Usawani bitch. Only really in A New Hope. In Empire, he's fine. In Return of the Jedi, he's great. In Last Jedi, he's okay. I like his story in Last Jedi. This is also a hot take. I just don't love the performance in Last Jedi. It's fine. It's a fine performance, but Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver are giving arguably franchise best performances in that movie. MPA Asian Artist, here's 451. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Hopefully your day is going well. Thank you for being in here. Thank you, bro. We need a mod showcase, bro. I totally forgot before I queued up. Remind me once this game is over, which might be a little while. So remember, the games take long, but yeah, remind me when this is over. I definitely will. What's your next sub goal? My next sub goal will be 452. I do think where I just increase the sub goal 1 per person, because I feel like if it's such a big number, like, you know, 1K or 500, you know, whatever, then it feels like everyone just new subscribers don't feel as important. I've been told over the years that putting the sub goal with 1 person, having an increase with every person that subscribes, makes them feel more seen and more important, you know? I'm just having sub loss, it keeps dropping the like next day, it's alright. It's how it happened. That's just how YouTube is. And, you know, don't get too discredited by those, because you don't want those subscribers anyway. You want subscribers that subscribe and stick around and are going to keep watching. You don't want... You know, it's cool to have a big number of subscribers, but if they don't stick around and keep watching, then it doesn't even matter. Large subscriber counts on YouTube is not what gets you shown. It's not what gets you promoted. It's not what helps you grow. What helps you grow is people sticking around, watching your content, and coming back and watching your content when you drop and release new stuff. So, and also, you know, it also hurts you in the long run, too, just from a credibility standpoint. If you have a lot of subscribers, but not a lot of people watching, then people are kind of like, oh, I guess people just stopped. I guess he's not worth watching, right? Like, what did he do? What did they do to make people stop watching? So I wouldn't get too caught up about it. I know that's easier said than done. I know in the early days of me doing YouTube, that hurt to see as well. But you really want loyal subscribers. It's better to have a smaller subscriber count, but those subscribers be more loyal and watch you more consistently and frequently, and watch your content for longer periods of time, than to have a high subscriber count, but those viewers don't stick around. Alright, max number in play. Oh, these are expensive in this mode. Go back to heavy. Remember when they announced a Wolverine game? Where is it? I know it takes super long time, but I can't wait. I'm hoping we get 3 anime games in Peter Parker get anime. It's only gonna be 1 game probably for Wolverine, and it only should be. It'll probably come out next year, but remember, Insomniac had like a major company-wide hack about a year and a half ago. That is not something that you can just like brush off. So that really put a dent in their plans. I think because of that, they had to cancel Spider-Man 2 DLC. Yeah, and possibly the Venom game. So it's a lot more than just yeah. They can't really brush off getting hacked, getting a company-wide hack like that. Like me, I watch a lot, and other people on the channel enjoy Dingus content. I appreciate that, Kindred. I genuinely do appreciate that. It's hard to post Mindforge exchange student hogs a PS5. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. It happens. It is what it is. We were just talking about this yesterday. It's a little philosophical, a little heady, but you know what you said made me think of it. We were talking yesterday about how I believe and other people in the stream believe that everything happens for a reason, right? You may think that's BS, and that's totally a valid viewpoint. We're also talking about how life's all just about perspective. That's totally a valid perspective to say, well, no, it's just cause and effect, just domino effect. It's not everything happens for a reason, and fair enough. But I think everything happens for a reason, right? So in my head, and this is also, again, way easier said than done. I need to remind myself of this constantly. You know, I'm not perfect either. But, you know, when you're not supposed to post, you don't post. You know, you're going to post. Whatever happens with you in YouTube is what's meant to happen, right? I firmly believe that. Now, that doesn't mean be lazy. I'm not saying you are. It's just a general thought. Like, some people will say, well, everything happens for a reason. And then we'll just never do anything because say, well, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. But they don't get off their ass and do stuff. That's different. Then, you know, then it's on you, right? Again, general you, not you specifically, MPA. But if you're really posting it, you know, as often as you can, if you really have, like, if you can't post because your point of change student is hogging the PS5 and it's out of your control, then it's out of your control, you know? Does that make sense? I think I've watched all, not most of your posts in 2017 and 2018 when I found your old DC channel. It probably... I missed my chance. They were open. I automatically pressed play. At least I can be one of these. I'll go Wiki Warrior. I really appreciate that, Cooper. That is a long time. I started posting DC content. When did I start posting DC content? I started posting DC content in 2018, I think. 2017, I think, was still fully Battlefront, and then changed to kind of Fortnite towards the end of the year when Fortnite released, and a little bit of Rock, like a little bit of variety gaming. But I think 2018 was around when I started posting DC content and Marvel content. Yeah, dude, that is a long time. I really appreciate you and anyone else who's been around since those days, 2017, 2018. Absolutely crazy to me. Need a good Aiden and Phasma mod. Aiden. There is a Dengar mod that I have that just replaces Aiden with the Dengar model from Battlefront 2015. Phasma. I feel like I had a Phasma mod back in the day. I don't remember. I don't have one right now. I like you mainly because you interact with us super often. You're always entertaining and give me good info on Battlefront in general. I appreciate that. Zachary. Mod Showcase. Yes. Thank you. Somebody hit your goal? Yes, you will, MPA. And if you have that mindset, that's what matters. Have the mindset. You keep doing, you know, put the effort in, do whatever you can. Then yeah, as much as you can. Put in the work. I agree. All right, so I have a Boba Fett mod or Jango Fett for Boba. I have Dengar for Aiden. I have Revan for Kylo. Captain Rex for Lando. Bo-Katan for Leia, and I believe actually Bo-Katan has a couple different appearances. They're kind of buggy, but yeah. Cal Kestis for Luke. Bastila Shan for Rey. Cody for Finn. And that's it for the heroes. And then my clones, I have I forgot what it's called. It's like Better Clones or something. And it's just increases the quality of the clone trooper skins. And I also have a mod called Better Sabers, which is you should definitely get. It's like the best Battlefront mod. It just makes the lightsabers look better. Once you download the Better Sabers mod and see it in person, I think it's working. You won't go back. Like, you'll notice a difference. It is a noticeable difference between the base Battlefront Sabers and the Better Sabers mod. It's incredible. So there you go. The whole reason I learned what the center cut was before the cult formed. Yeah, I am so thankful that I stopped posting Snyder Cut content when I did. Because, you know, I was still really young then. I was still a young kid then. And, I really liked Snyder's movies back then. So I really wanted the Snyder Cut. So I started posting Snyder Cut content. Kind of naive to the whole situation, right? And that got a crap ton of views in comparison to what I used to get. And massively boosted my subscriber count. I only have that many subscribers on the main channel because of those videos and that content. But I would post... I would post videos about any Snyder Cut leak whatsoever, regardless of credibility. I had no knowledge of credibility back then. I was so impressionable. I took people at their word. And I was like, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Oh my gosh, this is going to happen, you know? And I make videos on it. With none the wiser, like, not thinking anything of it. And it, you know, gained a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. It was great. And then, in 2019, I realized, and I was like, oh, crap, wait. Not only am I making content on rumors and stuff that's not credible, so I'm getting my hopes up and other people's hopes up. And through no fault of their own, they're getting their hopes up because they trust me. I'm also building a very toxic community. So I stopped. I stopped posting Snyder Cut content. My views and subscribers plummeted massively. And I still, to this day, I haven't posted anything on my DC channel for a while because still to this day, a lot of the subscribers are Snyder Bros. And whenever I make content on anything, because, you know, obviously I'm not making Snyder content anymore. Whenever I would post DC stuff, it's like on the Penguin or DCU. Just always toxic bullshit that I don't want to deal with. Maybe one day I'll post consistently again on the channel. That channel is also no longer monetized because I hadn't posted in so long that they're like, hey, by the way, this channel is no longer monetized because of lack of consistency and lack of uploads. You have to re-qualify for monetization to be monetized again. So it's also kind of dipped my motivation to post there, which is why whenever I post, it's really only on this on the Marvel channel. Anyway, long story short, yeah.
Attempting to capture the hangar.
It's been huge on dubstep marathons. Skrillex dropped 3 new albums. He has one more called London is London. That's awesome, dude. Love Zack Snyder and DC stuff, but his fan base, like he is your Chad or Moon films are your favorite films. As a fantasy fan, I always love him. As you should. As you should. Yeah, as long as you're not toxic, no reason to ever not love him. Unless, you know. Don't be ashamed to be a fan. I think your videos are genuinely the only reason I watch DCU movies. That's crazy. Like, crazy, I don't say the crazy about it, just crazy just in general. Like, I never even thought of that. That's wild. I hope you enjoy them. Or at least most of them. The DCU, though, that's going to be so peak. Superman's going to be so good. Peacemaker Season 2 looks so good. Lanterns is going to be peak. I have high hopes for Supergirl. Creature Commandos is pretty good. His fan base is a lot. I still enjoy him. His fan base not so much. I agree. I'm the same way. Wait outside for it to be. Come on. Let us push forward. There we go. The only one I dislike is Birds of Prey. I'm not big on the Wonder Woman movies. I need to rewatch Birds of Prey, honestly. I don't love Harley Quinn as, like, a lead character. I really like her in side roles. I think her best, still though, her best role, her best performance, both written, especially the writing, but also the performance, but the writing especially was the Suicide Squad. She's fantastic in that. I don't like her as a lead, but also I think a big reason why I didn't enjoy Birds of Prey was because there was a rat in the theater, like the animal, a rat. And I spent most of the movie perched on a chair, literally like my feet up on the chair, watching the ground so the rat wouldn't crawl on me. So I do have to rewatch it, I think. Well, I have to. I should probably rewatch it. I think the first Wonder Woman's fine. Hot take, I really like Wonder Woman 1984. I haven't seen it since it came out, so who knows if that has changed, but I really enjoyed that movie. But I love the Suicide Squad. I love the first Shazam. I really like the second Shazam. As a movie, I like Man of Steel. As a Superman movie, I don't anymore. I'm trying to think of other DCU movies that I enjoy. BVS has also dropped for me quite a bit. Game crashed again. Okay. Apologies, guys. I still don't know why this is happening. They wasted Ewan McGregor as Black Massa, so I don't like it. I do remember being upset after the movie came out when that happened. But honestly, now that universe didn't go anywhere, I'm not as upset. I can now see the movie, for, you know, watch the movie, or look back at the movie with his performance in mind for what it is, since that universe didn't move forward that much. So damn pumped for Bat Family. James gonna do it if it has the same money and looks great like Superman. It will be stunning Batman films. I agree. I don't like the way Man of Steel was edited. Interesting. Interesting critique. I haven't seen that critique before. I don't remember having an issue with the editing. Now I just have an issue with the characterization of Superman. Not Henry Cavill's fault. Henry Cavill's fantastic and deserves so much better. But just the character. Now that when I watched Man of Steel for the first time, I hadn't been exposed to a lot of Superman content. The only thing being the Christopher Reeve movies, which are very good, but I never really got attached to the character Superman through them. So as a little kid, watching Man of Steel, being like, oh my gosh, he's so cool, he's so tough, bro. I liked it a lot. Now that I've been exposed to more Superman content, and good Superman content, like Superman and Lois, My Adventure with Superman, and just the comics, I dislike Man of Steel. I dislike the characterization of Superman in that movie quite a bit. Same with Superman and Batman in BVS for the same reason. With Batman, I was never really attached to Batman. I still am not super attached to Batman or Superman, if I'm being honest. But I didn't have a great understanding of the characters when I watched BVS. So I'm like, oh my gosh, the fights are so cool. Oh my gosh, he kills. He's so cool, bro. But now that I understand the character of Batman, yeah, I fundamentally disagree with how Batman and Superman are both portrayed in that movie. So salty for the Batgirl being canned. As someone who loves Batgirl and the teams are frustrated. I am also very salty for the fact that there is no reason to can it. And I'm also a fan of Batgirl, and I'm very upset that that movie's been canned. I hope someday it gets leaked at very least, if not actually released. Ooh. Was more upset over Coyote. Fair enough. That I was kind of equally upset about both. I think that's getting released though now, right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, wrong button. Ketchup Entertainment bought it. That's awesome. That's very good to hear. I'm very happy that it's getting released. I hope it's good. Now, like, if it sucks, then Zaslav has kind of the ground to go, well, see? I hope it's good.
Han Solo has been spotted.
Gotta get shot from. You know, am I using the wrong blaster? I mean, I really like this blaster, but should I be using a different blaster? Ooh, it is... Oh, this damage is up. This mod for the loading screen does not make it easy to read, does it? I'm gonna try this out.
Luke Skywalker is here. Vader should be informed.
Oh, it's a burst! Or at least the one of the attachments I have for it is a burst attachment. This is interesting. July is damn close. I love new Superman. David, he looks like the book of... Speaking of Latino DC, I'm happy for the Madam Web actress. She's in James films and chose I want a Hawkgirl film. I don't know if I want a Hawkgirl film, but she is also... Isabella Merced is her name. She is in The Last of Us Season 2, and she is killing it. She is fantastic in Last of Us Season 2. Great show, also. Just if you guys haven't seen it. So, really, really good. Highly recommend it, but she's the easy standout in Season 2. And the blaster vest for heavies. I love it. I've loved it ever since Battlefront 2015. It was my go-to blaster in that game. They tweaked it slightly in this game, but it's still my go-to Battlefront blaster. Looney Tunes movie starring Will Forte and John Cena, produced by James Gunn. If it's bad, I'll eat his shoe. No, yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's gonna be bad. But I'm just saying, like, I hope it's good. Because I don't want Zaza to have any ground to be like, oh, yeah, see, we were right by canning these movies. Alright, yeah, it's Anakin and Luke here, I think. I'm not going to survive. But I got 2 kills out of it. It was worth. I want to try this blaster more when we're inside close quarters. I think it's going to be really good close quarters. It has insanely high damage. At least just the pure stats are insanely high for damage. Ooh, got them twice in a row. This is back. I've heard reports on that one that it was genuinely bad and could have hurt everyone involved's career. I haven't heard that. The worst decision by EA in terms of the Battlefront 2 roster was to add those damn droids. Yeah, I agree. That was... I don't know, like, it might have been mandated. Honestly, it might have been mandated, like, hey, add more sequel trilogy villains and heroes. But, yeah, I agree. But also the fact that it's honestly just more frustrating that they were the last ones, right? The last heroes ever added to Battlefront 2 was BB-8 and BB-9E. And they were working on Padme and Ventress and whatnot, and Ahsoka. That's what makes it more upsetting, at least to me. The damage on this is very low. Here to assault. I think this is the typical weapon to use. I did see Revenge of the Sith re-released. I only saw it once. Unfortunately, I wish I would have seen the re-release multiple times. I only saw it once, but I did get to see it. Poe and General Hux or something, bro. I agree. That would have been better. Yeah, I don't know. Except for Daphne Keane, I've loved her and Logan being a fantasy fan. His Dark Material show was great. Then she joined Star Wars. She's great. She's great. I hope she shows up again as X-23. Battlefront had generally more characters and maps. It would have been fine. Well, yeah, but that was the whole issue. Is that there was no post-launch. There was no money to fund post-launch content. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. I mean, there was no money to fund DLC. That's also why the DLC was like spread out. You know. Sold over the Accountant 2. I did as well. I heard the Accountant 2 was really good. It looked really good as well. Yeah, lightsaber hero might not be the best for defense. That was a bad call by me. I'm just so used to automatically picking him. Just started to go follow me, not gonna lie. Fair enough. Oh, I wanted to do the whatever. Damn. Ah, he got revenge. Fair enough. I should change the appearance. There you go. I wanted to see Sinners again, but it's coming on digital next week. I have not seen Sinners yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't get to the movies as frequently as I would like. I only really go to movies for, like the superhero stuff and the Star Wars stuff these days. Not because I don't want to, just because that's just how it is. Although I am seeing Friendship in a couple weeks with my friends. I'm very excited for that. That's gonna be the year by far. I've heard really good things. What are the next projects from Star Wars? Next projects from Star Wars, we have Star Wars Vision Season 3 later this year. Mandalorian and Grogu next year in May. Darth Maul, the Maul Shadow Lord next year sometime, animated show. Ahsoka Season 2 next year, probably late next year. Then there's also the 9th Jedi show next year. It's the spin-off of Visions. And Star Wars Starfighter in 2027. That's about everything we know about. That's like confirmed release dates. There's other stuff that is being worked on and written, but, you know, kind of up in the air. So excited for Star Wars Starfighter? Me too, bro. That's gonna be so good. Sean Levy. I know people, you know, retroactively now because it's popular to hate on things that get a lot of attention and praise. So right now it's popular to hate on Deadpool Wolverine. For whatever. But, great director, bro. He made a lot of good stuff. Night Museum, Real Steel, love Free Guy, love Adam Project, Deadpool Wolverine. That's great. With Ryan Gosling starring. Sign me up. Sign me up. Dude, it's just me or these ads moving incredibly slowly. If not at all. Sean Levy was one of your favorite directors before you started working with Ryan Reynolds. That's valid. Yeah, that is incredibly valid. The Ryan Reynolds pitch article. I saw that he made a pitch, an R-rated Star Wars movie pitch. I didn't see what it was or if they said what the pitch was. But I was saying this yesterday in the stream. I don't know if, I'm not opposed to an R-rated Star Wars movie. But, like, what would make it R? There's no real reason to drop F-bombs in Star Wars. That was just for the sake of being, you know, having F-bombs. There's no reason to have nudity in Star Wars. I don't think there should be nudity in Star Wars. Just because of how should I put this? Single a lot of Star Wars fans are. And I mean, look, I'm also single. I'm not saying that I'm holier than thou, per se. But, like, for lack of a better term... with how single, if you catch my drift, a lot of Star Wars fans are, I don't think there should be nudity in Star Wars. And then what, gore? Like, there's not a lot of gore in Star Wars, with blaster bolts and lightsabers cauterize with how hot they are. They cauterize wounds, so there really isn't a lot of blood. I don't know what would make it R. Themes? But I feel like a lot of the themes that you could do for more adult, mature content can still be PG-13, you know? Or TV-14, right? I watched the movie This Is Where I Leave You, and I love that Adam Driver is great and so Jason Bateman. I started that movie, and I honestly couldn't get through it, if I'm being honest. Project Deathwing, maybe from R-rated Star Wars. What story is that? This is Ryan Reynolds' quote when he's talking about pitching a Star Wars movie. I don't mean R-rated to be vulgar, R-rated as a Trojan horse for emotion. Yeah, then that's what I'm saying. Like, does it need to be R in that case? Because there's a lot of movies that are PG-13, and a lot of shows that are TV-14 that are very mature and handle very adult topics that aren't R. You know, like my thing is, like, what would be the point? Don't make a movie R just for the sake of being R. You know, don't make it just for the sake of being, oh my gosh, we have an R-rated Star Wars movie. Like, if there's a story there, great. Like I said, I'm not opposed to an R-rated Star Wars movie. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I don't know if there's even a reason for there to be one. Project Deathwing is the virus that, like, made people zombies in Star Wars, so basically an alien thing in Star Wars landed in a Star Wars destroyer, took over the virus and made people zombies. That could be cool. That could work. But if it's zombies, I don't know if zombies need to be rated R. A lot of zombie films are only R because of the vulgarity, right? I mean, that could be too. Like, the zombies leads itself to a lot of gore, so totally. That could be it. That could be really cool. That could be really cool. Not like R-rated or not, just give me Star Wars stuff. I agree. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Yeah, no, this match is bugged. This match is bugged. I'm gonna leave. Because there's been absolutely no progress. We're interested in Project Deathwing, just searched up because like comic for stars thing. Gotcha, good to know. Good to know. Alright, we're gonna go in another one. As we load in, I'm actually gonna go, let me check out the Battlefront subreddit. See if there's any updates on player count. Battlefront 2 is currently, or at least 3 days ago, 5th trending on PlayStation. It's probably higher now. Let me sort by new. New player peak. Okay, so the peak, the most recent peak I'm seeing is 17,668, but that's just purely Steam players. That doesn't count other platforms. Streaming's only been for an hour. Has it been an hour? You say only? That feels like it's. Yeah, it's been an hour and 11 minutes already. It honestly doesn't feel that long. I like the guitar that's playing now. That's what I'm saying, bro. Jazz is fire. We love jazz here.
Multi-troop transport taking ion fire.
Go back to heavy. Let's go back to the trusted old TL50.
MT power fluctuating. Ready another volley.
Other side, it's okay. Didn't really do much other than this. One thing I really want is an open world Coruscant game. I just love the vast cities of Coruscant. It would be crazy to roam around. Yeah, I agree. But right now, my focus is with Star Wars games is a online multiplayer PvP game. Because there's a decent amount of single player games right now. You know, the Jedi games just came out. There's a third one coming out. Zero Company is also a single player game. So I'm more concerned about a online PvP game. That sounds really fun, totally, but that's where I'm more focused right now. Have you gotten the chance to play the new Indiana Jones game? I just watched the movies for the first time earlier this year, so I want to play. Oh, for the first time? I'm jealous you got that experience. I have not. I didn't look that great. I'm not too keen on a first-person Indiana Jones game. I heard it was good, but I've not played it. I don't play a lot of video games that aren't franchise games, like Marvel, Star Wars, or DC. I like Indiana Jones, those movies, quite a bit, but I'm not, like, a huge Indiana Jones fan, so I wasn't itching for an Indiana Jones game. That all being said, I did just finish God of War Ragnarok. That game was really good. I know that's still technically its own franchise, but not, like, you know, the big three franchises for me, Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. Yeah, I'm definitely dead here. Yeah. Nothing I can do.
Drop back and rearm. Next squad forward.
Tried Fortnite Star Wars. I have. It's good. It's good. Temple of Doom wound up being your favorite of them. Really? Hot take. That I haven't rewatched Crystal Skull since theaters. But Temple of Doom was actually, it was my least favorite. Although, yeah, could be Crystal Skull once I give it a rewatch. Out of range. Oh, I can hit this one. I can hit the trees, they're gonna go through the leaves. There you go.
Enemy transport. Performing ion blast.
Really games of plot and Team Fortress 2, old game but fun.
All like this.
As you should. Whoa, wait, how did I switch viewpoints? Where did I press for that? C. Oh, if I hold it. Oh. You learn something new every day. I feel like a good idea for Battlefront is to not have classes, but rather a fully customizable clone trooper, but with some restrictions like no fortitude with a Z6 minigun. That's what 2015 was. I do prefer that over classes. I think, well, I don't want to say a lot of people, but I feel like a lot of people have that same opinion. I think the overall gameplay of this, of Battlefront 2 is better than Battlefront 2015. However, I do prefer the more customizable system in Battlefront 1, or Battlefront 2015 than the class system. I don't hate the class system. I understand why they did the class system. They had to be different, right? They had to make it unique to the 2015 game. But I do prefer the more fully customizable character and loadout system from 2015. Ranking was Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, Dial of Destiny, Raiders, Crystal Skull. I have not seen Dial of Destiny. Raiders that low? Really? That's crazy. I rewatched Raiders about a year or 2 years ago, and I liked it more. Oh, it's a commando droid. Okay. You know, I haven't played as Bo. Let's get some Bo content in here.
Forces, prepare to attack. I'll do it myself.
Right about the Insomniac hack. Hopefully everyone that works is safe. Yeah. I mean, they're good now. It just, you know, it pushes a lot of their plans. Couldn't really get into it, which is why I had avoided the rest for so long. Hey, fair enough. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kylo Ren came back. That's unfortunate. What do you think Battlefront will be today if they continue live service? If they continued live service, honestly, I feel like right around now would probably like now or a year ago is probably when support would have ended. Just because that's a very long time for a live service game. And there hasn't been a lot of Star Wars content. But today, they'd probably be around. Well, I mean that's a big question. I mean, you know, it'd have Ahsoka and Padme and Ventress and Cad Bane probably and Rex and, you know, and all of them. But it kind of depends on the model. I don't know where the live service model would be, because the live service wasn't a thing, really. I mean, it was, obviously, but it wasn't as big of a thing as it is now when Battlefront 2 came out. Battlefront 2... Fortnite had just released a couple months before Battlefront 2 released. And back then, Fortnite wasn't what it is now. It wasn't this huge behemoth that changed gaming like it is now. I don't know. Genuinely, I went into Crystal Skull with an open mind, and wow, that was just awful. Hey, fair enough.
Transport taking ion fire.
Marvel Rivals but Star Wars game? I don't know if you could ever do a Marvel Rivals Star Wars game. The balancing, I don't know. You probably could, but I feel like that kind of game leads itself better to superheroes, because it's more variety in power sets. With the Star Wars version, when it comes to Jedi and Sith, there's not really that many different powers differentiating them. You know? There's not really that much variety in skill sets that you could pull from in Star Wars.
That MTT is taking damage.
Okay. Our rival do DC game would go hard though? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Here's the thing though. It probably wouldn't be as good just because it's not the same people. It's kind of like if there was ever a Marvel Mortal Kombat style game or Injustice style game not made by NetherRealm. It wouldn't be as good. So it would have to be NetEase that makes it, but also I don't want them to pull back support on Rivals to make a DC game. I'd rather them just continue. It's a weird place. I would love it though. And if it's good, I would love it. There's Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, I don't like Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm not big on that style of fighting games. I think it's a little too it's just a little too complicated for my liking. I don't like how you use a lot of the joysticks for combos and whatnot. But even then, that's not even a full Marvel fighting game. It's half Marvel. Will you ever see Cal live action? I am gonna say yes. I don't know where, but you have Cameron Monaghan play the character. He's a live action actor for a lot of his stuff. It's fan favorite. I would say yeah. At least I hope so. Maybe it's a little bit of cope, but I hope so. Dude, I'm excited for Percy Jackson Season 2. I'm reading the series. There's 20 books. Oh, wow. Ian Gallagher. Yeah, that's what my friend knows him from. I haven't seen that show at all, but it's funny. Oh, that's a friendly. He was a great Joker in Gotham. I only saw him as the first one. Not when he came back as, what was his name, Jerome? I stopped Gotham by then. I stopped, I think, halfway through Season 2. When they added the whole, subplot of Penguin having feelings for the Riddler, I was kind of like, alright, what are we doing here? Not that I'm against those kind of relationships and gay relationships in content. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm very much an ally. I just found it weird that it just I don't know, just why are we doing this? Why is the Penguin and the Riddler why are they trying to have this romance subplot? It might not even last so much longer, or might not even happen, as far as I'm aware, but just kind of got weird.
Unidentified enemy, that's no droid.
Both the actors, they were my favorite characters in the whole show. The actor for Penguin and the actor for Riddler were fan-freaking-tastic. Jada Smith scooped her eye out with the spoon your grandma made you stop watching. That's valid. I forgot she was in that. Oof. Hey, well, at least Chris Rock didn't make a Nick Fury joke, right?
Look who showed up. Got a friend on site.
I gotta fall back.
Juggernaut's lost. Fall back and fight at the cruiser itself. They'll try to blow the fuel pipe, front and rear. Go to repel them for good. Fight for honor. Fight for the Wookiees. Just fight long enough to win. Covering fire, go! Unidentified enemy deploying to the field.
There's a droid. I could tear him up. Damn, he had mega shield. Another one. Oh. Damn it. John Wick universe is exploring 2 TV shows, an anime movie, plus Ballerina, plus Kane spinoff to John Wick 5. You're happy? Yeah, that sounds good for you. I know you're a big fan of those movies, so that's very exciting. All right, let's go Cal. Speaking of Cal. Lightsabers look so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I barely play Luke as is, and it's been a long time since I played this game at all, so I'm probably going to be quite bad. I just watched all the John Wick movies last week. They're so good. They're so good. I don't know what John Wick 5 is going to be, other than either a prequel or him fighting through hell. Either, like, literal hell. Either way, that'd be dope. If they, like, revive him, though, I don't want that. That was so unfair. I'm notoriously bad at lightsaber 1v, or just hero 1v1s. So that definitely would have went in his favor if the rest of the clones were not there to help. Oh, we got 2 AATs? Hope it's him fighting through hell. Yeah, literally. I think that'd be, like, literally just Doom, but it's John Wick. I'd be so down for that. I know it'd be such a different take for the universe, like going more, I guess, quote-unquote supernatural is the best way to put it. But that why they know heroes versus villains in these streams? That's part of it. I just don't like heroes versus villains because it ends up just being like a 3v1, 4v1. If it was a more balanced game mode where it was actual fights, then yeah. But I just had never liked the game mode, even in Battlefront 2015. Making an animated movie about the impossible task he had to pull off to get out. Okay, so then it's not the prequel, because that's what a lot of people were saying the prequel was. Or that's what a lot of people were guessing this film could have been if it was a prequel. So it's not that. Interesting. They're making a movie about Kane. Who is Kane? Donnie Yen. Oh, interesting. Alright. That could be cool. Wow. According to Battlefront Update's YouTube stream, his source claims we hit 329,000 peak players on Battlefront. So I'm assuming that's on every platform combined. His sources claim a second high peak is due in a few hours. That's absolutely freaking insane, bro. That is so crazy. Donnie Yen is directing. It's the blind assassin who's also played Donnie Yen. Oh, he's directing too. Oh, fascinating. I need to change the title to Road to 452. Before I forget. I think Ballerina comes out next weekend. I think it does. I think you're right. I'm not going to see that in theaters. But I will be watching it the day it comes out on streaming. As a Kung Fu fan and martial arts, this is great. The great godfather of martial art. Oh, I'm being shot at. Godfather of martial arts and Kung Fu Bruce Lee is the GOAT. Yeah. No, that's going to be really cool, I think. A Donnie Yen directed and starring movie. And a Star Wars veteran. Say Star Wars? I meant John Wick. But Star Wars veteran as well. Star Wars alum. Oh, this is like their spawn. I'm like low-key spawn camping. Yikes. That was not intentional.
Vector beam control back online.
Darth Vader, best cinematic villain? Oh, for sure. I mean, there's arguments to be had. There's arguments to be had, Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. There's arguments to be had, Hans Landa. There's even an argument for Palpatine. But for me, by far, Darth Vader, my favorite villain of all time. Joker is my second favorite villain of all time. More so comics Joker and, like, Arkham Joker. And Heath Ledger Joker is great. Like, fantastic performance, great character for that movie, but, it's not as much Joker as I would want it. It's more Joker than Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Don't even get me started on those movies. But, I find I love Christopher Nolan as a director, and I still love those movies. Don't get me wrong; they're still some of the greatest movies of all time. One of the greatest trilogies of all time. Like, don't get me wrong. However, I find as the years go on, I like those movies less as Batman films, if that makes sense. It's just it's trying too hard to be realistic. I think it's partly one of the reasons why I love The Batman so much. It's my favorite DC movie. Is yeah, it's grounded, but it's not afraid to be a comic book movie. Whereas I feel like the Dark Knight trilogy is scared to be a comic book movie. And I understand what he was going for. It's fine. And it still does Batman justice in that. So it's not a bad movie by any means. Like I said, it's still one of the greatest trilogies ever. But, it just in comparison to other iterations of Batman, it kind of dips down a little bit. Best protagonist? I mean, my favorite character of all time is Anakin Skywalker. So, for me, it'd be him. Does that mean I think he's the best written protagonist? Probably not. But he is my favorite. Well, vets in two different universes. Now, a lot of movie fans, I see they're tired of the universe build movies. Me personally, I love universe build stuff. I love seeing characters go. Yeah, no, that's valid. Ooh, that's rough. Damn. Oh, Luke. Oh, no, Yoda's on me. Okay. So the invite? I got you. Damn. You know, I probably shouldn't have jumped down. That's on me. I heard they're exploring doing a horror movie in Star Wars, and I want it to be a single location movie with a group of rebels trying to escape Vader. That could be very cool. But that's a slasher movie. I don't like slasher movies. So I'm just not the target audience for that. I find slasher movies to be an incredible bore because 9 times out of 10, there's no effort to make the characters, like, root for a bull, if that makes sense. Like, I just never connect to the characters in slashers, so I don't care that they die. The only slasher movie off the top of my head that I can remember liking are, like, the Alien movies. And, yes, technically, I think those are slasher movies. At least Alien and Alien Romulus are great. I count those to be slashers because they pretty much are. All the other slashers I've seen, I haven't liked. Have you seen Scream? Yeah, I don't like those movies. I've seen all of them, except for the most recent one. I don't like them. 1, because they're slashers, and 2, and I know this is like the shtick of the movies, and I get that's an appeal for a lot of people. I don't like it. I just got super tired of the whole meta shtick that, like, oh, we know we're in a slasher movie. Let's make fun of slasher movies in a slasher movie. Isn't that so funny and clever? Like, I just got bored of it so quickly. They're just not for me. I just don't like. I'm not a fan of slashers. I also watched X. One of my friends loves X. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, and I was just really bored. I don't do slashers. When is James Mangold doing action movies again? He, like Chad and Ryan Coogler, makes very satisfying fight sequences. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I mean, his next 2 things lined up are, I think, Swamp Thing and the Jedi origin movie, yeah? He's still doing either one of those? New screenwriter like Pearl? I haven't seen Pearl. I didn't watch Pearl because I didn't like X. But I know David Cornswet's in it, but all the clips that I've seen of... What's her name? Mia Goth, I can't stand. Her acting, I can't stand. And no, I can't stand her. I'm not saying her as a person. I don't know her as a person at all, so it's no judgments on her as a person. But over-the-top performances like that, I just... Not for me. It's specifically a overly reliance on yelling is not for me. I just find it bad, for a lack of a better term. Again, nothing on her as a person. No hate towards her. It's just not the kind of performance that I'm into. One of my close friends loves that style. So I know there's an audience for it. I'm not trying to say if you like it, you're wrong or whatnot. It's just not for me. Complete Unknown was your favorite movie last year. I still have to watch that. That's definitely on my list to watch for sure. Looks really good. Heard good things about it. Big Timothée Chalamet fan. I just think Swamp Thing is kind of violent, but I do love Alan Moore. It kind of just depends on the story he wants to tell with Swamp Thing. It could be more comic booky, but it could also be more like character story, like emotional, heart driven. Timothée Chalamet, so good, so good. Seems like a genuinely nice dude, great actor, and I also just respect his at least seeming realness, if that makes sense. Like, in that speech when he won, what did he win? The SAG award for it? And he was just straight up like, hey, I want to be one of the greats. And, like, this doesn't... Game crashed again, booting it back up. I'm saying, like, hey, this doesn't make me one of the greats, but I want to be one of the greats. Like, I just respect that candidness, you know? Maybe Chalamet deserved the Oscar? Possibly. He's definitely that caliber of performer, for sure. But yup, I got you. Well, let me. There's always this stupid thing where it takes a little bit to connect. You good? All right. Okay, I also want to make sure no, okay. I don't think my audio is coming through Battlefront. That's good. I think James Mangold might be the most underrated director in Hollywood right now because Ford v Ferrari was fantastic. Same with Logan, Walk the Line, he's a powerhouse director. I've only seen, out of his work, I've only seen Logan right now. I mean, Logan was great. I heard great things about Ford v Ferrari. I actually haven't heard of Walk the Line. So the jazz, it's fine, I just realized the genre. I just like jazz. I just really like jazz music, and I love just the tone and the vibe it sets. It just sets a very, like, chill, relaxed, easygoing tone. And that's kind of the exact tone that I want for my streams and just my content in general. I want my streams and videos to be a place where people come in and automatically feel welcome. No matter who they are, no matter what opinions they have. I want them to feel like they could be here and just be respected and not be talked down to and come here and just not worry about any kind of toxicity or negativity. And I feel like jazz is just the perfect tone setter for that. It's a biopic. Oh, and Johnny Cash and Joaquin Phoenix. Yes, okay, I have heard of that. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of that. Not seen it, but I've heard of it.
Meantime, now's our only chance to break into the station lab. Free anyone the orders to prison. Do what damage we can along the way. Blow the fuel supply and that turbo laser first. And move fast, because there's a whole planet worth of troops here.
am I being shot from? Oh, yikes. Dude, there's that one sniper that's just shooting every time I walk. Oh, there's two jet troopers. Will they fly now? Is this door open? I have never been through this before. I did not know this was a thing. In the 8 years this game has been out, I did not know that was a thing. Did you see me? Did you see me? Thundercats. Is that they're making that movie, right? Oh my gosh, infantry turrets. Oh, I hate them so much. I hate infantry turrets with a passion. That's in the shield. Oh my gosh. Literally the bane of my existence are infantry turrets in Battlefront. Both games too. 2015 and 2017. Absolutely hate them. We get more new Avengers. Florence Pugh, fun. I mean, she's one of the stars in the movie.
Unidentified first order operative on site.
I'm very excited to see more of her. Okay, okay. Not to unintentionally quote the thing.
Gotta keep guarding the fuel supply.
Just can't get anywhere. Adam Wingard, who made Godzilla vs. Kong 1 and 2, is attached to the Thundercats movie. Oh, interesting. Nice. Making a movie if He-Man, Thundercats not really attached to He-Man. Gotcha, gotcha. I was never into either franchise. At least you're a bit loopy. I mean, you should get some sleep, man. If you're sleep deprived, get sleep. That is like very important for health. Game crashed again. He's also attached to the Face Off remake. Oh, there's a Face Off remake? That's hilarious. I haven't seen the first one, but that is so funny that they're doing a Face Off remake. Whenever I'm waiting for more fantasy stuff, I go to He-Man, Thundercats, and Harry Potter vs. Jackson, as you should. As you should. Oh, please, baby, please. Please give me a night feed. I need sleep. I'm not late for me, the Robinsons. I have 6 coffee patches on you. That's not healthy. It's not healthy, man. Alright, it's not night feed, but still cool. No, we're gonna go...
Separatists thought they'd try for the
We're gonna go whatever it's fun to be in as right now.
Gungan warriors, but not us.
Alright, we're not going as a Kashyyyk trooper on feed. That just breaks my immersion.
With the ion disruptors at hand.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? First, no. Classic 501st, I think. We're the Republic. So bummed that Prime ended Wheel of Time, but understandable. Book fans were kind of pissed, plus there are 14 books. Oh, there's 14 books in that series? That's crazy. I mean, I would hope the fans would be smart enough to realize that they're not going to do 14 seasons. I haven't watched it, though, so, you know, kind of talking out of my butt there.
We're heading the transport. Covering fire. Go. Hit and run. They know where you are.
No one else? Nope. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Damn, right before I put my shield up. The real Bob Ross! No! Oh, jeez. Okay, there's a whole battalion and Darth Vader. Yeah, that was never gonna go well. Sure they know, but not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind it. Look at Star Wars though, but yeah, a lot of time contracts. That's a lot of time and effort. A lot of time and effort and money.
Look who showed up. Got a friend on site. Grenade out! Direct hit to the MCT.
Someone shoot at us? Doing it behind me. Bob Ross again. Alright, I'm going right.
Ah, blast. Enemy crossing the first waypoint.
Do you know about Weird Al? He's funny and decent music cover, and he makes the music I love. Yes, I do know Weird Al. I've heard of Weird Al.
Go! I got your back.
Okay. Alright. So I just can't stay alive. I either show up and it's Vader and a battalion of droids, or it's freaking AAT. Talk about Game Grumps videos. I have not watched Game Grumps. That is very cool. Okay. Okay. I give up. I give up. Hey, Vader. Again?
Darth Maul is here. Stay focused.
Oh, he haunted me, bro. Very funny, but their humor is very intense, but they swear a lot. But since Al doesn't swear when he did a Let's Play with him, he asked when I swear. Oh, that's nice. What's up, Dingo? What's up, Jack? How's it going, man? How's your day been? See you back 3 days in a row. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's just like the good old days. Today, this is definitely my last stream for a while. That is for sure. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. I almost didn't stream today, but I saw that people were like really playing today, and that we were actually breaking. We were breaking the record for peak players on Steam multiple times. So I figured, all right, yeah, I should do at least a little bit of a stream today. This is definitely my last stream for a hot minute. Very good friends. Aaron and Danny are the names. If you get curious, I will say where I said okay. Finally seeing some progress with the song I'm trying to learn on guitar, so your day is going pretty good. That's good. That is always a good day. Always a good day. Oh, dude, without spoilers, what's your thoughts on Disney Plus Spider-Man show? When I'm done with X-Men, I might watch it. Oh, I haven't seen it. I heard it's really, really good, but the animation hurts my eyes. So I haven't watched it, because it's, like, all the clips that I've seen literally hurt my eyes to watch. It's just not a style that I think is right for me. But I've heard it's really good. How's your day been? It's fine. It's been fine. Really only done this today.
Target hit. MTT damaged. Go, I got your back.
I love how they gave the voice actor from What If his own show. I love it when they do other camera people. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Good for him. Good for that guy.
Transport taking aim at the palace.
Alright, we're definitely about to get pushed back here.
Troop transport damaged.
Alright, after this game, I will be grabbing my dinner. So we'll have a few minutes after this game while I'm eating to just chill and chat. Just vibe out with this jazz, you know what I'm saying?
No use stopping that MTT now.
Oh my gosh.
Withdraw to the palace. We haven't lost yet.
they're all in combat. Oh, Dengar. Cameo people like Flo from the commercial. I don't like the Flo commercial, but she was a decent voice actress from her Disney XD show back in the day. I'm sure it was exciting for her. Yeah, no, that was really cool that she got to voice Squirrel Girl in Marvel Rivals after the canceled New Warriors pilot. Very, very cool. I'm not a Squirrel Girl fan at all. I'm like the biggest Squirrel Girl hater that you'll ever meet. But for the actress, very happy for her. Love to see it. Jeez. I was looking at chat for a second. Oh, cool. Alright, who haven't... You know what? Let's go with Ray.
Transferring control of the East Station.
It's amazing to see so much effort for Battlefront. Dude, it really is. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but we've broken the peak player count on Steam. I'm not on Steam, so obviously I don't contribute to that, but the peak player count on Steam has been broken a couple times today. Maxed out at, I think, 17,888, something like that. But, what's even crazier is, according to Battlefront updates and his source, we have reached a new peak concurrent player count, which I think is like every single platform combined. I believe the number was 359,000. Isn't that crazy? I'm so screwed. I got stuck. Yeah, it's basically taking a maturity feed, as it should. Yeah, I got stuck. That was just unfortunate timing. Incredible? Absolutely incredible, dude. Absolutely incredible. Like, that's why the title, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit clickbait. But, it's why I titled the stream the way it is. Because, like, at this point, even my trying to be realistic, not get my hopes up, your hopes up brain is kind of like, well, can they really ignore that? Like, the real answer is yes, they totally can. But you look at those numbers and you're kind of like, oh, that's crazy. Because those two, it's also different than like the Snyder Cut movement, right? And you might not be familiar with this at all, Jack. But pretty much what happened was Justice League, that movie came out. During the production, the original director, Zack Snyder, had to leave due to a family tragedy. And so they hired a different director to fill in. Movie came out, people didn't like it, so like release a Snyder Cut, and then for like 4 years, there was this big Twitter social media campaign to hashtag release the Snyder Cut. And then there were a couple days, like today, for Battlefront, there were a couple days where like they were like, hey, everybody tweet as many times as you want, release the Snyder Cut, right? And that got it made, and that got it released. But then when it released, people were like, oh, not as many people watched it as we thought. But that was because on Twitter and social media, people used bots to tweet, and also people tweeting multiple times a day. 100,000 tweets does not mean 100,000 individual users, right? Because people are tweeting multiple times. And again, bots. However, and maybe I'm wrong, but however, that 359,000 player count, I don't know if those are bots. Like, I don't know if you can bot that. I doubt that's people. I'm sure there's a handful of people who maybe have the game open on multiple platforms to try to boost numbers that way, right? But that's probably not a lot. That's probably not enough to make a dent. And I'm not sure if you can bot number that, So now I'm like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. And here's the thing too, this is a paid game, right? So a decent amount of people have paid for this game. Another decent amount of people got this game for free. And then there's probably people out there who maybe want to play this game, but just haven't because it's still a paid game. So people might not want to, spend the money to pay the game just for one weekend, right? And that's totally valid. So imagine, too, if in this today and age, which is probably likely, a Battlefront 3 is a free multiplayer live service game, and you know, with the revenue, post-launch revenue coming from microtransactions, battle pass, whatever, then a Battlefront 3 peak player count on Steam alone might be 300,000. You know, and that doesn't count. That doesn't count other platforms. That doesn't count, you know, PC that's not on Steam. That doesn't count PC. That doesn't count Xbox, PlayStation, Switch maybe if it releases on that. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm saying, like I said, I don't want to say they can't ignore it because yes, they could. I also don't know the ins and outs of gaming, the gaming business and industry. So for all I know, it still might not be enough to warrant a smart business decision to greenlight, and that's valid. But like I said, even me who tries to be realistic, tries to not get my hopes up or anyone else's hopes up, even I have to raise an eyebrow and go, oh, this is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. Naboo is just so beautiful. You're looking right now. Dude, it really is, bro. It really is. Naboo is such a beautiful map. That was a 200 IQ grenade throw, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I honestly didn't even realize I threw a grenade, but, thank you.
Hikers in the throne room. God, enemy reinforcements. I don't like this.
I'm on autopilot so much of the time when I'm playing this game. You don't even know. I don't even realize half the stuff I'm doing. Well, I noticed that I just rolled into grenades there. That was not on purpose, but that did happen. Now, when I go silent, it means I'm like actively concentrating on the game. Oh, is there Bosk? Yup. Hey, Kotar show, you and me both, man. You and me both. And show is the key. It has to be a show. Has to be a show. I would love to see both Star Wars lore, High Republic for lightsaber, and then Star Wars Legends books, 2 different lores on screen. I agree. Might be the only thing to get you back at Star Wars. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. No, I agree, dude. Hopefully one day.
Good news. Interior reinforcements.
For the Republic. Damn.
Intruders in the throne room.
Oh, I was so close to hitting a hero. Probably max number in play anyway. Might not even have mattered. So close. Well, okay. The Old Republic is an era of Star Wars. KOTOR is short for Knights of the Old Republic, which is 2 different games. But there's a lot of books in the Old Republic era. The story's basically already written too. Exactly, exactly. Bastila, Revan, Arcan, Vitiate, Malgus, and all of them in cinematic would be the most revolutionary thing, bro. What Acolyte could have been. Yeah, dude. Bane, the Darth Bane trilogy as well. A lot of potential.
This is Skywalker on site, ready to assist.
Nihilus, I know he's the villain in KOTOR 2, so maybe like I'm being contradictory. I haven't played KOTOR 2, but from what I know of Nihilus, maybe I don't necessarily want to see him. He's just kind of like stupid, cause he's just like, I eat planets. All right, bro. Slay, diva. Like, you know, like I don't know how interesting that would be in a Star Wars story. Yeah, no, this Sith, he eats planets. Still haven't played KOTOR 2? Yeah, I haven't either. If you have it on Steam, apparently there's a mod to restore lost content, which I have to look into when I get to playing KOTOR 2 eventually.
Master Kenobi has joined us.
Damn. Professor Baggy Wrinkle. How could you? Dude, this overtime's crazy. This BB-9E is going off, bro. There we go. I think he's down. Oh, now Palpatine's here! Endless lightning! Alright, fine. Since 1975, Star Wars' lore is massive. There's 3 different lores, High Republic, Legends, and KOTOR. Well, High Republic is canon. High Republic is just part of the canon lore. KOTOR is a part of Legends. Jeez, I can't see anything. I know Helldivers is a very cinematic game. Great game. I still don't think it's as cinematic as Battlefront 2. Like, that was a big thing that people were hyping up Helldivers for when it came out. Like, the game is so cinematic. Alright, bro. You're right. You're not wrong. But Battlefront 2 is... Battlefront 2 is, for me, at least the games that I played, the most cinematic game I've ever played. Most cinematic multiplayer, live, like, PvP multiplayer game I've ever played. So kind of mesh book lore and game lore. It's still Star Wars, just different. Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. High Republic, that's all canon. Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, that's still canon. They're just different mediums. But Legends is not canon. That's totally different. You know, that's not canon. That's Legends.
Someone's helping us out. Go! I got your back.
I mean, maybe the cinematic nature of Battlefront 2 is double or bonus because boosted because the movies are movies. You know, it's based off of movies.
Nicely done,
Okay.
boys.
Give me like
Nicely
2
done.
minutes. I'm just gonna go grab my food. Alright, so we are just going to chill and chat for a little bit while I eat my food, if that's okay with y'all. I think this might be controversial, but I think Battlefront 3 should have no health bars or username shown. It really ruins the look for you. I definitely think it shouldn't have, like, just the base game shouldn't have it. I wouldn't be opposed to there being an option, like, just a setting option. Turn it off. I think that'd be fine. But no, like from the base game, definitely should have health bars and names, just because that, you know, it's a multiplayer game. I get what you mean though. I definitely get where you're coming from. I wouldn't be opposed to there being an option for that. Yes, there are 2 KOTOR games. Played the first one, it was amazing, but you still haven't played the second one. I still have to finish the first one. I'm gonna just start over. Obviously, because I got it on a different platform, but... They actually aren't on PlayStation. PlayStation is the one place that they don't have them. They're just about to come out on the Switch. They're on PC, they're on Xbox. They're on mobile. They're not on PlayStation. It's actually kind of crazy. To eat, I got some nice Chick-fil-A. Oh, apologies if you get chewing ASMR. Unless you're into that, then, like, you know, enjoy it. Never had Chick-fil-A. Really? Do they not have Chick-fil-A in Ireland? Calm Piano reminds you of Deadmau 5 melodic EDM. Nice. I got sick of Chick-fil-A when he was at college. That's valid. I got the same way with Popeyes. I ate Chick-fil-A a little bit too. Yeah, I get you. I just got the first ever Chick-fil-A outside of America. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Well, either I'm ready for... Or I'm watching Let's Plays and learning video about KOTOR. Nice. Nice. Once I finish the main course, I can get back to playing. Or I can just snack on the fries as I play. Anytime I'm in America, I try a new fast food place. As you should. As you should. Although, I'm sure the American fast food places in overseas countries are actually healthier for you. Because you guys have actual standards. It actually kind of blows. I'm genuinely upset. It's a whole thing. I'm genuinely upset at how the American system doesn't care about the health of their citizens. But we don't talk about that. It reminds me of Raise Your Weapons. It's great, and Strobe is another banger for EDM. Fair enough. Raising California brought you to Raising Cane's and have been craving another ever since. Hot take, Raising Cane's is mid. The chicken is fine. It's nothing special. Fries are fine. Toast is great. Sauce is overrated, but if you're getting a chicken place just for the sauce, then it's like, what's the point? Overrated. In-N-Out? I've never had In-N-Out. I know that is very hyped. KFC, McDonald's, Burger King. KFC, goated. McDonald's, I've lost my taste for McDonald's. Burger King, no, never had that. Probably never will. Alright, like 2 more minutes. Have one more sandwich to eat. And then we'll get to some more gameplay. Yeah, I do understand there's a hot take with Raising Cane's. A couple of my friends really like Raising Cane's, and they get mad at me every time I say that. Absolute banger for pizza ranch. Hell yeah, being a TMNT fan, perfect food and TV time. Exactly. Go-to place is normally Taco Bell. I have not eaten at Taco Bell in like 15 years. No particular reason why. I just haven't. You love Shake Shack. I just had Shake Shack the other day. I have a very mixed opinion. Oh, that's so rude of me. I have a very mixed opinion of Shake Shack. I think their food is actually quite good. Their burgers are quite good. I just got the smoky barbecue bacon smash. That was fire. It was fire. It was so good. And the shakes are pretty solid too. They're so expensive for their portions. So expensive. For me, it's not worth it most of the time to go to Shake Shack because it's like, well, if I'm spending that much money, I might as well just go to Five Guys and get like double the portions for the same price. And I also think it tastes better. But Shake Shack's not bad. Like, my friends are like, hey, let's go to Shake Shack. I'm not gonna say no. But it's not gonna probably be a place that I say, hey, let's go to Shake Shack. Yo, if you ever go to Chick-fil-A, ask for the honey roasted barbecue sauce. When I tell you this is the best sauce what I've ever had, drenched chicken in this, bro. I lived off Subway, BLTs in college for a bit. I never had Subway. Polynesian sauce is good too. I feel like I definitely had it. I guess I either didn't like it, or it didn't stick out to me as much. I haven't had it in a long time. I had it at NYC too, so it was even more than normal. Yeah. NYC is nice but not worth the money. Fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. It's very much like if you love cities and you like being in a city, like living in a city, then you're gonna love New York. If you very much prefer rural suburban areas, you're not gonna be a fan of New York. Never been to Shake Shack. Oh wow. What fast food spots should you try in the US next time you're there? Oh my, I mean, there's so many. There's so many. Well, okay. What kind of food do you like? It definitely depends a little bit on that. What kind of food are you into? I'm trying to find a place to put my fries. That matters. There are a couple different options that pop into my head. Arby's is good. I've never had Arby's. I don't see many Arby's around anymore. Pizza, burgers, and chicken. Okay. Pizza, I'm not going to be a huge help. I'm not the biggest pizza fan. The pizza that I like is like Domino's and Pizza Hut, like the fake pizza. Burgers, Five Guys. It's very expensive as well, like Shake Shack, but it's usually bigger portions and I think a lot better. I usually get the double, or I mean, the regulars are two patties. You have to ask for a single. So I get the regular cheeseburger, so double patties with bacon, lettuce, tomato, pickles. Magnificent. And with Cajun fries, so good. So for burgers, I'd say Five Guys. For chicken, I mean, Chick-fil-A is fantastic. The chicken sandwiches are wonderful. Popeyes is solid too. Popeyes is up there. If you like Asian cuisine, fast food, I cannot recommend Panda Express enough. I love Panda Express. There you go. Basically lived off the $1.50 per slice pizza in New York because everything else was so expensive. I mean, look, New York pizza's pretty good. Like, they do it good there. So that's not a bad thing to live off of. And yeah, those $1.50. Good deal. Good deal. They went up. Inflation. Used to be $1. The honey walnut chicken from Panda's Die For. I never had that. Ooh, that sounds good. Why am I in chat? I usually get the orange chicken. My favorite. I think it's, oh, what is it? What is it? It's the, oh my gosh. It comes like, it has like the green beans and the peppers that it comes with. But the actual, it's like some of the greatest chicken I've ever had. Forgot what it's called. Like Asian Zing or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's so good. Personally, from the big pizza places, I like either Jets or Hungry Howie's. I've never heard of either one of those. Oh, honey walnut shrimp. Yes, honey walnut shrimp is very good at Panda.
We're hitting the memorial.
Okay, you're securing this pretty well.
Remain attentive, and the memorial will soon fall.
You mean the firecracker chicken? No, it's not firecracker chicken. I gotta look up now after this game. I gotta find it because it's
Exercise caution
oh,
around.
it's so good. Like the breading is like slightly different than the orange chicken breading, but it's so good. And just the taste is, I don't know. I don't love that they give the green beans and peppers with it. I mean, I always eat them, but I feel like they're taking up too much space that could be filled with more of the chicken. You know?
Special operative on site and taking point.
Oh, what? I didn't. That's crazy. I didn't finish it.
Memorial in sight. Securing now.
Hey, danky stanky. The Taco Bell nuggets? Oof. I know you said the Taco Bell. That sounds. Chicken from Taco Bell does not sound. Or chicken nuggets from Taco Bell does not sound appealing to me, if I'm being completely honest with you. Bread with tortilla chips?
We must destroy the
I don't
turrets
love
ahead
tortilla
in order to
chips.
reach the castle. Be bold in your attack. Caution can no longer serve us.
So that might have to be a pass from me. Planning a road trip through the Pacific Northwest that I could do next year, but then I found out you have to be 21 to rent a car everywhere except Michigan and one other state. Yeah.
Yes, bomb planted at the east turret.
Yeah, those kind of flaws are, yeah. America makes no sense.
Resistance commander landing.
The eastern charges are still arming. Guard that turret.
Live in one of those two states, that's good to know. Barbecue food, chips, and hamburger. Shit is so freaking good. Oh, hot dog chummy, very good, very good. Yeah, classic American barbecue. Fire. Flying from where you live in Ireland to US is such a pain. Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. Yeah. I would love to go to Ireland and other European countries one day, but it's just it's so far. Craving a well-made burger. Yeah, you got us talking about it. You got us talking about it, Jack. I am now. I said 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and I'm also craving a burger. I mean, yeah. When I think best burger, I think Five Guys. But you know, Shake Shack wasn't bad. Smash Burger's not bad. But if I'm craving a burger, I'm going Five Guys all day, every day, all day. I went to San Diego last year. I had 2 hours of sleep and I was awake for 31 hours straight. Oh, that's not healthy. That's not good. That's not good for you. Also, guys, what did I say? Every time you load up into Galactic Assault, most of the time it's Takodana. They force you into this map. Had to wake up at 6 a.m. the next day too. Crazy. That is crazy. Got there at 10 p.m. Wild. The Fire Guys, but just so expensive. That's fair. That is fair. That's why I don't have it all the time. So good. Haven't had it in 2 years. Oh, then the next time you have Fire Guys is gonna be a treat for you. Not having it in over 2 years, and you know, plus depending. Oh, a treat. I would love to get sponsored by Five Guys. Five Guys and Buffalo Wild Wings. I think are 2 places that I would love to get sponsored by. Love Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm always like, hey guys, let's go to B-Dubs. Let's get B-Dubs. No. Someone right here. Oh, Cowcastus. Remember when Darth Maul couldn't block? That was absolutely wild. Well, Talk, I want to watch McDonald's now. McDonald's is that just the closest thing for you? I was gonna say McDonald's of all places. To be fair though, I'm just not a big McDonald's guy. Very valid if you are. One of my friends in school ate McDonald's all the time. And then was always like ill. And I was like, oh, why? I wonder why you feel sick. Wingstop's flavors are way better than what I think the wings are better at B-Dubs. Interesting. I've never had Wingstop, but I heard it's really good. Someone is partying near me. Start eating 1 meal a day, so your ass is always hungry nowadays. 1 meal a day? That does not sound right. McDonald's where you have points. Oh, valid. That is so valid. Go get your McDonald's, King. Use those points. Well-earned points. Use them.
We have the castle and we have control. Glory to the First Order.
Maybe one day I'll get in the top 5 leaderboard again in Battlefront. Just won't be today. It'll be Battlefront 3. I'm not great at Battlefront on the PC. Console, I am. Hot take: Burger King is better than McDonald's. You know, I can't even comment because I don't know what Burger King tastes like. But yeah, it's a hot take. You just always freaking Taco Down in the crate. I'm tired of it. King Shark. King Shark's great. if I was American, I probably wouldn't leave the country. Oh. I probably wouldn't leave the country. You guys have so much different scenery to see. It's insane. There's more to it than that as to why people leave the country. You're right, though. America is such a diverse scenery. Well, also, when you look at a map, America's huge in comparison to other countries. Like, multiple countries fit into America. People in London, they don't... I mean, this might not be an exact one-to-one, but people in London, I don't know if it's the same where you are, Jack, in Ireland, but I know people in London, there's a thing where, like, they only visit their family, like, you know, once or twice a year, and that family lives 30 minutes away. In America, your commute is longer than that. It's crazy. But no, the travel part, I think it's more, I think the travel part is, for Americans, it's less, I mean, you know, a lot of Americans travel throughout America to see the scenery as well, but I think it's a combination of scenery, but also just to get out of the country, to be honest. Just to have that experience of European life outside of America and life outside of America. Because even though there's a lot of different scenery in America, at least everywhere I've been in America, it all feels the same. It's all the same. You know? But overseas, like, just the architecture is all different, you know? Way different than America. Scenery, in that sense, is all different. Food is a lot healthier. I agree, the original chicken sandwich is great, and the Whopper trumps the Big Mac in every way. Oh, there you go. Yeah, of course, Zach, I got you. Closest family member is 3 hours away, which is crazy long drive here. That is also a crazy long drive in America. Maybe in comparison, it's even crazier where you are. That is possible. I need to experience hunting in the U.S. at some point. I have also never experienced hunting. I just don't come from a hunting family. I really don't know how if I'd be able to do it, if I'm being honest. Like, part of me is like, yeah, let's get some deer, let's get some food, get some game, yeah. But the other part of me is like, I don't know, would I be able to pull the trigger on a living thing? You know what I'm saying? For as much talk I talk, as much as all my favorite characters and my favorite trope is like the trope of the character that'll do anything to protect their loved ones. You know, like they're like a kind, gentle person, but then as soon as a loved one is threatened or hurt, they go like all balls to the wall in murder mode. Which is my favorite trope. I don't know. I don't think I'm the same way. Maybe that's why it's my favorite trope. I don't know. Driving is just kind of long, especially without a car. Yeah. It's way more moral than buying food from a store. Interesting. That's a very interesting viewpoint. I don't know. In America, perhaps. Because you know it's real. Plus, deer are hella overpopulated in the U.S., I'm pretty sure. That I honestly have no clue about. You could be totally right in that part. Yeah, I genuinely know nothing about that. Alright, you know what? We played on Kashyyyk a lot. On Kashyyyk a lot. Let's vary this up a little bit. I know I ended early with this yesterday. Oh, actually, I forgot that we were playing. Zach, I apologize. After that game, maybe let's try some Starfighter Assault again. One more time. Just to see. Flying is too scary. I remind you of Ronald Emmerich movie where they fly. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Flying is the safest form of travel by far. I know statistically it is, but I just have a massive fear of heights, so I try to avoid it whenever I can. Okay, you left. Okay, focus starfighters all then. Done some small bits of flying training, and the safety stuff is insane. Oh no, I know. One of my friends is big into aviation and planes. And he, all the time he would explain to me that, no, dude, like, it's incredibly safe. There's so many precautions, blah, blah, blah. And I get that. It's just fear heights. Boats, same-ish thing, but I'm used to travel. I don't like boats either. I don't know which one I prefer, though, but, I mean, I can swim, but I don't know, just the thought of being stranded is not an exciting one. Yo, what's up, Chris? How's it going, man? How's your day been? How's your week been? Or how's your weekend been? Saturday. Always been good. Alright, this is gonna be so bad. You know what? I got a kill! Alright, you know what? We're gonna do something crazy.
Careful, one's behind you.
I gotta find a cord first, and then we'll do something. If I can find a cord, it's gonna be crazy. Am I on autopilot right now?
Eyes on the crash.
Was that automatically flying up? Damn, can't find the. I was about to plug in my controller, and just dominate these fools. Oh? Question mark? Oh, I got kicked out for being. Okay. You know if there's an echo in the game audio, because I'd unplug my headphones to do this. There's this mod that makes Anakin like actually look like him, so every time when I go back to the lobby, I see your glorious King Hayden. Valid. Good mod. Bad, I didn't say. Buyer say your phone died while I was playing Battlefront 2 and didn't realize. No worries, man. You're good. Good start of the weekend. Thanks. How about you? It's been alright. Audio sounds good to you? Alright, word. It might get echoey once I get into a game, so just let me know. And I will adjust. Misty streams make you so nostalgic. Yeah, man. It's nice. Okay, there definitely is an echo. I'm just gonna do that. You still yeah, we're good. Alright, let's see if I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I have not held an Xbox controller in so long. Sorry, it's that. Alright, now we're good. Yeah, we're back. We're so back.
The Imperials are advancing. Hold them back. They've destroyed a blockade runner.
That what these abilities do. So that's like just extra firepower. He's locked on. Boom, you're dead. Oh, that was Darth Maul. All right. Try 1v1 Darth Maul. Dude, these load times. I know it's only a few seconds, but it feels so long. Alright, and the LB is just a self-heal, I think. Self-repair, technically. Go. Oh, I'm getting bots, bro. Here we are. Yes. Oh, we're so back. Oh, we are so back. Oh, yeah. Damn. I have to ask you if you still have a Discord channel. I do not have a Discord channel. Oh, excuse me.
We're here, ready to go.
No, I just decided to get rid of that a long time ago. Just because, I don't know, it just... I don't know what necessarily, I just felt like, yeah. Ooh, that increases sensitivity a little bit. No, I'm staying on you. Darth Maul keeps getting me. How much is it for hero ships? Not enough points? 2,000. Let me try an interceptor. Seems I don't like the interceptor. I haven't played it all that much. To be fair, I haven't played this game mode all that much.
That's a hit.
But in Battlefront 2015, I forgot how to do the thingy, the roll. How do I do the roll? Shit. Like when a missile locks on, there's a way to roll, yeah? I don't know.
How'd I get into this?
Keep their TIE fighters from destroying
This
the
is just,
mines.
this is just changing the
Our
view.
sensors
How do I
detect
do the
incoming
roll?
TIE bombers. Take them out quick. They've eliminated one of our mines.
I don't know. Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm being dumb and there's no way to do the roll. All right, now I'm dying too much. I gotta get on here. Yeah, I can't be this low on the leaderboard. Now I'm not the best pilot Battlefront 2015 has ever seen.
Wish we could have done more for you.
Jack Tess will disagree with you. He'll say he is, but he don't know it's me. Oh, I'm gonna crash. Yeah. I have watched season 2 of Andor. It's pretty good. Especially those last 5 episodes or so. Those were really good.
Time to shake things up.
No, I don't want to go to Darth Maul again. Damn, dog. Oh, it's Kylo Ren's ship. Okay. Fair enough.
Entering the fight.
Give him on a trip.
I'm dying way too much, and the only kills I'm getting are bots.
Destroyed.
Fighter destroyed.
It is like muscle memory, though.
These Imperials have nothing on you.
It's just not super strong muscle memory. And it's honestly up there with your favorite Star Wars shows now. It's actually still kind of low on my list, but that's just because it's not about like Jedi and Sith, which are my favorite thing in Star Wars. It's above Acolyte, but I think it's
All ships prepare for assault. Imperial Star
like Ahsoka's easily my favorite. Ahsoka I really like.
We've kept those TIE bombers from completing their attack.
Then probably Mando still. Mando's fantastic. Third.
Glad you left a few for us.
Third is most likely Kenobi. But the Reva story has kind of deterred me from rewatching it since it came out. Skeleton Crew is really good. I highly recommend Skeleton Crew if you like movies like Goonies and whatnot. And then I like Book of Boba Fett more than most, but do I like it more than Andor is the question. Probably no. Andor probably still above.
Other side of the fire.
Probably above Book of Boba Fett. I think that's all of them, right?
Another down.
Their TIE bombers are getting through.
Is there no way to like, what is it, like flip or quickly turn? Is in 2015. That I know. Oh, why am I not moving? My game is lagging. It seems. Hold it. Oh no, the missile lock-on thing. I had to like turn, right? It's
Stop those TIEs from disabling the cruise
yeah. Okay. I remember now. I'm getting the swing of things again. One. There we go. Yeah, you like you had to like spin it or something. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Yeah, I gotta get some more practice with that again. It's been a while. But I do have enough for a hero. I forgot which one I liked the most. I feel like it was Yoda's Starfighter, but it's been a long time. It was so satisfying for you to watch both Season 1 and Season 2 of Andor, then watch Rogue One and New Hope. It all flows smoothly together. Dude, yeah, the Andor leading right into Rogue One is amazing. I'm so glad they did that. That's part of what made Rogue One so great, is that Rogue One led right into New Hope. So it only makes sense that Andor would lead right into Rogue One. It's like it's one long, big, connected story. Okay. More practice missile lock on. I didn't seem to get the thing this time, though. That's interesting. Haven't watched a Star Wars show since second episode of Mando Season 2. Oh, really? Want to watch Skeleton Crew and Andor, though? Yeah, I love Skeleton Crew. Is the D-pad left-right? It's not. The D-pad left-right is the changing the different views. Yoda, baby Yoda, Yoda. You have to hold down one side, then, for example, you have to just turn straight left or right. You can just do barrel rolls or go fly. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Excited for the second season of Ahsoka as well? Oh, dude, yeah. Ahsoka Season 2. So hype. I'm so excited for that. I haven't rewatched Ahsoka since it came out for the probably exact opposite reason than Kenobi. I like Ahsoka too much that I'm scared if I watch it again, I'm gonna like it less. I doubt I'm going to. Like, logically speaking, I doubt I'm going to. A part of me is like, oh, I don't wanna ruin it. I'm checking the Battlefront Reddit right now to see if there's been any more updates on peaks. Seems like there hasn't been any new updates on any new peaks, which is fine. Still keeping good player counts, good numbers. Super excited for the Sean Levy movie trilogy. Hopefully trilogy. Well, let's start with at least one movie. Let's hope his movie's good first. Love Ahsoka, yeah, so good. First person Starfighter is the best thing you'll ever see. It looks nice, but it's not as good to play. I think that's why I dropped Squadrons after the first day. It just wasn't a fun experience being forced in the first person for Starfighter. In my opinion, at least. Same here, I need to rewatch the first season of Ahsoka before the second season releases, so just remember everything. That's fair. Yeah, I'm going to anyway, regardless. But, one of my close friends hasn't watched Ahsoka yet, so we're going to watch Ahsoka before season 2. Oh, he dodged it. Got him. It's weird not having like ship health pickups and hero pickups. I'm so used to that. I have barely played Starfighter Assault. I played so much Fighter Squadron in 2015 because I was so good at it. But I barely played Starfighter Assault because people would always leave the stream whenever I started playing this. So I just never played it. I did not see the Minecraft movie. Once it became a massive meme, I honestly had no interest in it because that just got really cringe. And like not even a funny way. It just got too much. Hoping Avatar: Last Airbender universe has its own hub like Disney Plus and Marvel and DC. Well, they're making new stuff that'll be on Paramount, I believe, right? Go. Oh, that's just a bot. Damn. People are too good. People who like haven't left. I'm gonna try these different classes going on. People that have not left the game and have continued to play for these past 8 years, they are too good at this game. Alright, droid tri-fighter. Okay, that's some pretty decent damage. What is that? I don't know what that does. Heat sink? Oh! Got it! Thank you, Zachary, for the tips on how to get out of that. Here we go. Yes, I remember it's coming back to me. It is coming back to me. Oh, I'm gonna crash. That's alright. I got a decent kill streak there before I died. That is very worth. I remember Kylo Ren ship being my favorite. Come on. Come on. There we go. Would you rather EA just not do Starfighter at all and add more heroes or stuff? Add Starfighter. Have Starfighter. I love this game mode and Fighter Squadron. I just haven't played it, like I said, because people would always leave the stream whenever I played. But I always wanted to play it. I always opened my in 2017, like towards the end, right before Battlefront 2 came out, I would open every single live stream, a game of Fighter Squadron on Bespin. That was a tradition. This dude has gotten me like 3 times. If you like Napoleon Dynamite and go in knowing it's the same director and humor, you'll like it. Is it the same director? That's hilarious. Alright, I haven't tried the bomber yet. Let's test out the bomber. That's actually so funny. Gotta ask because of how hated the show is, but what do you think of The Acolyte? I personally think it isn't as bad as majority of Star Wars fans think. It's definitely not, but it is... Okay. I'm gonna try to put this as civilly as possible. The lightsaber fights are the best lightsaber fights since Revenge of the Sith. The lightsaber fights are amazing. Like, actually so good. Undeservingly good. The lightsaber fights are so good. The main villain, Kamir, pretty cool. Soul, good Jedi. The writing, terrible. The writing was not good at all. And that is what makes the show not great. The writing, the directing also, honestly, but, you know, they did... There was some decent directing, from what I can remember, but the writing was the biggest issue of the show. The writing was just terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I say that in the least hateful way possible. And also, not all of the performances were very good. Soul was good. I mean, obviously, what's her name? Carrie Ann Moss was good. I don't want to name it. There are others good ones, but I don't want to name all the ones that are good. That way it kind of says the ones who I didn't think were good. But yeah, lightsaber fights were amazing. Like, actually amazing. There's one episode, I think it's episode 4 or 5. The whole episode is one long lightsaber fight. That episode is one of the greatest episodes of any Star Wars show. But everything around it? Alright, where am I on the list? There we go. There we go. Number 3 on the leaderboard. That's what I like to see. Dude, that's right. When the live-action 1 and 7 Heaven comes out, I'm rewatching both Aang and Korra, as you should. I love Korra. Starfighter Soul is so much like War Thunder, it's insane. I have not played War Thunder, so I... When did War Thunder come out? Because Fighter Squadron, obviously, they came out with Battlefront in 2015. Yes! I'm better! Have we heard anything about Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie? Is that canceled? That is canceled. But the action, great directing was alright. Yeah, the fight scenes in Acolyte were really, really good. I can agree with you there. I didn't really care for the whole plot involving the twin sisters and how it went down. Yeah, the writing was just... no. And this is what upsets me, is the actors and people working on the show are saying... yeah, well, people just didn't want to give it a chance because we were doing something different, or they chalked up to racism or sexism. Which, look, let me say, there are some very racist, very sexist fans that definitely hated on the show just because the lead was a black woman and was a woman, right? And it was made by a woman and a gay woman. Like, it is, there are some people who hate on it just for that, and those people suck. Like, those people are not good people, and we can all acknowledge that. But here's the thing. The writing was just bad. Like, if you're trying something new and the writing was good, it wouldn't be the same. You know? I think people, actors, writers, whatever, directors, like, I don't know what their issue is with not being able to go, yeah, no, people didn't like it. That's okay. Like, it's okay for people to not like your thing. Just say that. Like, it happens. That's what upsets me more than anything. I know people like it, and that's great. Like, there are people who really like the show. I love that they like it. For their sake, I wish it got renewed for season 2. But I don't know why actors and writers and directors get so defensive. It's just, yeah, it's just how art is. Not everyone's gonna like your art. It's not because of one reason or another. It's just because, hey, it was just bad. People didn't like it. We can all acknowledge that there are some very, like, racist, homophobic, sexist fans, but they don't speak for the majority, and the real fans, the people that are actual good people that are fans, also acknowledge that they're stupid, and their opinion doesn't matter. Haven't watched any of it yet, but I've seen a clip of lightsaber going from blue to red in the middle of a clash. Is that not impossible in the Star Wars world? I don't know. Okay, so that has gotten a bit of... That has been one of the clips that people have, you know, like, big haters of the show have spread around really fast. So what happened there was that character, I forgot her name, was bled the lightsaber, the kyber crystal, unintentionally. But in Star Wars lore, that is how kyber crystals or red lightsabers are made. Red lightsabers are made by what's called bleeding a kyber crystal. So it starts off as, you know, a green, a blue, a purple, a yellow, whatever. And then, because of the dark side, the user bleeds the kyber crystal to turn it red. So, it's a cool visual. It honestly isn't, like, it's not the biggest thing in the world. It's not the worst part of the show at all. It's just, like, kind of, it's one of the scenes that's very easy for people to go, oh, this is bad, this is why show bad, you know? For no reason. Or thought it came out in 2012. Ah, I see. Interesting. Fair enough, then. Yeah, we're on autopilot now with Starfighter Soul. That's how you know we're back. Oh, this is Poe's ship. I'm gonna crash. You didn't flow well and seem sloppy, or in other words, subpar writing. Yeah, that's all it was. That's all it was. It's very disappointing too, because the showrunner is she directed the movie Sleeping with Other People with Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie. Wonderful movie. I love that movie. I was so excited for Acolyte. But then there's also the fans that, again, hate for no reason, because then they hate on Kamir's, as the main villains, his Cortosis helmet and how it blocks and stops lightsabers. I'm like, this is breaking canon. What is this? When actually, Cortosis has its roots in Legends. A lot of the actual lore of the Acolyte is actually it's really spot on. Like, you could a lot of the lore is very respectful towards Star Wars. Nothing about Acolyte actually breaks canon. You could tell that the people behind the Acolyte genuinely enjoy Star Wars and understand the lore. It's just the writing of it wasn't great. You know? The actual lore of it is actually pretty on par. Is actually pretty good. Just wondering, because I was confused as hell when I see that. Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. Oh, I'm gonna crash again. Got him. I got him. Oh, maybe not. I overheated. Get me back on him. Dude, I'm such a pain in the ass to this guy. I will not leave. I'm gonna crash. Although I think the show doesn't get enough credit for how well they capture the atmosphere of the Star Wars universe during the era of High Republic. I agree. Yes. Like, for example, I enjoyed how Jedi during the era of High Republic took much more pride in not using their weapon against the unarmed or people that pose no threat, which phase over time. Yes. Oh, no, totally. Yes, exactly. And that's exactly what I mean by, like, the actual lore of Acolyte, very much in touch with Star Wars lore. And very much pays respect not only to the High Republic books, but also Legends. Like, that is definitely not the issue at all. At all. No, it was purely just their writing and some subpar performances. That was genuinely it. No hate towards anybody. Like, that's just how art is sometimes. Sometimes you just don't like art. No hate towards the writers or the showrunners, directors, or the actors. No hate towards them in that sense. Never, 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 never. Other people in the show and even the writer, they just needed a few more tweaks and more help, I think, would be like Matrix Star Wars. Yeah, possibly. This goes to show how much the Jedi Order changed and why the public view shit so much. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm not letting this guy go. Oh, it was just the bot. Didn't even matter. Might be another bot. Yeah. Damn, I'm almost getting all bot kills. I was excited for the Acolyte till I heard the reviews. Yeah, I was excited for it until I watched it. But like I said, that one episode is genuinely one of the greatest episodes of any Star Wars show. Genuinely. Like, I gotta give credit where credit's due. That one episode where it was just the one big fight in the forest. Oh my gosh, man. It was so good. Like, that is genuinely peak Star Wars. It's just an otherwise not great show. But again, like you said, Chris, it's also not the worst show in the world. It's not an abomination like a lot of people say it is. It's just, like you said, subpar. Not great. It's something that some of my friends haven't seen it, and I said, look, if you're a big Star Wars fan, you should watch it at least once, just to watch it. But it shouldn't be at the top of your list. You shouldn't go out of your way. Don't have hate for anybody in the show, just wish writing was a bit better. I've used something like this in Learning Curve. I agree. So I just see it. I love anything, whether it's good or bad, just happy it's here. Yeah, fair enough. Did I get on leaderboard? Oh, I did. Alright, we're going to do one more game. I apologize that clap was loud. I didn't think it before I clapped. We're going to do one more game of Starfighter Assault. And then we're going to call it a stream. It's been over 3 hours. This has easily been the longest stream I've done so far in the past 3 days. And I think ending in a Starfighter Assault is quite poetic, at least for my lore. Let me do one last check to see if there's any updates on the peak player count. No, it doesn't look like it. I also love that massive fight scene. The far is not going. Oh yeah, no, I will forever defend the Acolytes fight scenes, like that fight scene, but also just like all the other lightsaber fights were still really freaking good. That final episode was actually not terrible. That final lightsaber fight between Sol and Kamir, that was pretty dope. No, the lightsaber fights were fantastic. Yeah, like a whole episode where it's just a long lightsaber fight, like, and peak choreography. Yeah, how can you dislike that? That was the dude freaking skewered 3 Jedi. Like, well, come on. No, that was actually peak. I will forever defend the Acolytes lightsaber fights. Get him. Yes. Oh, okay, we're good. It's fun hanging out with you guys. Hopefully when you stream, if time allows, it'll be on next. See, that's why when it comes to stuff like Game of Thrones Season 8, zone out on fight sequences, it helps. No, I'm saying the fight sequences are good. We don't have to zone out on them. They're good. Yellow lightsabers are also your favorite, which makes it satisfying as F to see somebody. Fair enough. Yellow lightsabers are a really cool color, for sure. We watched the Harry Potter movies recently, which was fun. I need to do a rewatch, but you know, part of me also doesn't want to do a rewatch. Well, here's the thing: it's difficult, right? Because the reboot, the season 1 of the reboot is supposed to come out next year, and I really want to give the reboot a fair shot. Purely for the sake of the kid actors, you know. And it's so unfortunate. This reboot should not be happening, but it is, and we can't change that. So I don't see any reason to complain about it like other fans are. So I want to take it for what it is. I want to give it a fair shot, especially for the kid actors who are regardless going to get endless amounts of hate for no reason. But it seems like that they're pretty much just gonna. I mean, the movie stayed relatively close to the books. There were some differences. I haven't read the books, but apparently Ron's character got butchered, which is crazy because Ron's my favorite character. Favorite character in the movies. Or Ron and Ginny got kind of butchered in the movies, so they might be different in the show. But it seems like the aesthetic of the show is going to be so similar to the movies, and like that makes sense. But also, if you're staying so similar, why reboot in the first place, right? But part of me wants to not rewatch them until the reboot. But the reboot, they're doing 8 seasons, 1 a year, you know, for each book. So am I going to wait 9 years to watch all the movies? But if I watch the movies now, then they're going to be fresher in my mind, so I'm going to subconsciously be comparing this reboot more to the movies. I rewatched them, I think, in like 2021, and they were really good. I haven't watched the movie in around a year until then. Oh, wow. Also, I forgot the one Jedi's name, but she had a purple lightsaber that imitated a whip, which is dope. Her name was... Holy crap. I don't remember her name either. But she's a very popular character in the High Republic books. Alright, I hope you have a good rest of your day, bro. Hope to see you some other time on this peak game, bro. A good seeing you again after 3 years. Good seeing you again, man. Good playing with you. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, hope you have a good one. Yeah, lightsabers are dope. I miss purple lightsabers, so for you to rewatch for stuff, I get more time, especially Harry Potter, as long as you have wizards are good. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, that game was super quick. That game was crazy quick. Alright, we're gonna do one more. That was crazy quick. There's a review? Yes, there's a new a show version. It's not movies, so it's gonna be a show. Which, in all fairness, I don't hate that idea. I'm a big advocate for book adaptations being TV shows, not movies. There's only been 2 examples of good book franchises being adapted into movies over shows. That's Harry Potter. Although, again, I didn't read the books, so apparently they could have left out a lot of stuff from the books and changed a lot from the books. And The Hunger Games, which stayed incredibly truthful to the books. Those are the only 2 franchises where they've done that. Every other franchise I've seen that's been a movie based off a book has been garbage, and they didn't stick to the book at all. And because, I mean, books are, like, they're pretty much already in TV format. They have your chapters, a couple of chapters per episode. Books are also longer than movies. Just page count wise, they're longer. So regardless, unless you want like a 3 or 4 hour movie, you're gonna have to trim the book. So why not just make the book into a show? So I actually like them doing it as a show. Big budget show for, I think, HBO and Max. The only issue comes in the fact that, yeah, the Harry Potter movies are like, it's one of the greatest movie franchises ever, you know? It's held to such a high standard, and it means so much to people that it's kind of like, oh, what do we do here? The casting so far has been pretty good. Other than Snape, not for the racist reason that some people complain about it. It's just like Snape's description is, he's supposed to be like slimy and ugly and snake-like and elongated. and the actor is very much not. The actor is very much a conventionally attractive dude. That's the bigger issue with Snape. The skin color doesn't matter. People are just racist, but it's more so that's the issue with the Snape casting. But everything else, the casting is so far been actually pretty good. I did see they were naming Max to HBO Max. It's kind of weird. Okay, so we're not gonna get this game. I'm gonna take that as a sign to end the stream here. So it's been 3 days. It's been 3 streams. Kind of crazy, actually. That's kind of wild. Did not expect this to be happening. But I had a really good time. I had a really good time streaming these past 3 days. I hope you guys had a good time in here. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, especially y'all that have tuned in for multiple of these streams and for a long time in these streams. I've been chatting. Genuinely, I really appreciate it. It's been so nice to talk to you all again. So yeah, hopefully this amounts to something. Like I said, even if this weekend does convince Disney and Lucasfilm Games to greenlight a Battlefront 3, it's still going to be a couple years. It's still going to be 2, 3, 4 years until we hear anything about it. But at least we tried. At least we did something. At least we had a good weekend on Battlefront, reliving the good old days. So it'll probably be a little while until I stream and upload again. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, be kind, be curious, and yeah. Hopefully I will see you next time.